I'm sorry, did something say Kyogre registered in Pokedex? Huh? Did someone catch Kyogre? Huh? Damn. Alright, y'all got some gacha luck. You got Kyogre. Well, congratulations. Congratulations, game. Also, I got a haircut. Hi. The wonderful Obobs in chat cut my hair. And lo and behold, here we are. I am now no longer a Q-tip. I now have control over my hair. Ha! I'm closer now, kind of. Hi, how's it going? I'm tired as fuck. I'm only just now consuming my caffeine for the day, so you know, it's going. We had a poll yesterday. Probably will missed Silvally though. Oh, hey Wahoo! Thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. Oh, Pyro. Nice. Congratulations, Pyro. I don't know if you're here at all or at the moment, but I hope you enjoy the sub. God, that's right. I was real busy yesterday, y'all. I was like back-to-back busy. Hi, Sluker. Thank you for stopping by. We're reading Distortion Detective for the first time today. God help us. Oh God, what was I gonna say? Fucking. Oh God, I was really busy yesterday. You look like an actual person today. Yeah, when I trim my hair, and if I actually, like, trimmed my fucking shitty mustache and maybe a little bit of the beard, like, get the beard under control as opposed to shaving it off entirely. I actually look like a presentable human being, you know, as opposed to a hobo that has crawled into this house. What was I saying? I was super booked yesterday. I didn't have time to do much of anything. Yes, less caveman, more presentable. But yeah, yesterday was like, okay. I have to complain about this. I have to complain about this live. I won't name names because I'll fucking dox myself, especially if we do wind up moving into this place, but we went to go and see a house because if you are unaware, which I imagine most people in here are aware at this point, I'm going through some rough housing situations at the moment. You used to look like a Redditor in the middle of transformation. All right, KL, calm the fuck down. Yo, no need to get rude in here. But here, let me go turn on the background music again. Give me Tipsy. I want my Chill Mountain theme. God, what was I talking about? We're having some rough housing situation. We need to be out of here sooner rather than later. So we've been going around and looking at a whole bunch of places. Specifically, our first place that we actually sat down and we're like, hey, we're gonna go and actually get a tour of this place. It started at about 10:40. That was when it was supposed to start. And we got there at 10:20. Like, oh my gosh, this place looks great. You know, it's pretty wonderful in the daytime. There's some, you know, the grass is a little overgrown in some places, but like, I'm not here for a pristine lawn. I don't really give a shit about that. I just want to make sure that it's an affordable price, has a decent backyard for the dog, and, you know, is someplace I can live, theoretically. And so 10:40 rolls by. No one's there. No one's there. Is the 6.9K dab gonna be permanent? For a while, yeah. It might get turned down as time goes on. Listen, anytime chat starts abusing a fucking redeem, it goes down. Unless it's a sound redeem that I turned on on purpose, in which case that's funny. But I didn't, so to finish the story real quick, we waited there for 2 hours straight, like an hour and 40 minutes over the time that they were supposed to be there, and no one showed up. Not a single fucking soul showed up. There is a tree. We don't have plum trees in Florida. We have, I think there is a lemon tree? Bush? Something in the dividing space between us and our next door neighbor. But Chris literally was just like, is this an orange? And then he opened it, and it was a lemon. It was a lemon. It was the biggest, fucking fattest lemon I think I've ever seen. Yeah. Yes, I am Floridian. God help me. It looks like it's going to rain today, and I swear to God, if this causes any more issues with the fucking tree over there, I'm gonna lose my mind. But yeah, we've been looking at the place. The place is weird. The place is really weird. In terms of just like how it's set up. It's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, which is odd, given that more often than not, if you have multiple bedrooms, you have multiple baths. God. I heard him fucking moving a cup over on the edge of the thing. He has been rambunctious today. I woke up this morning and Jason was like, "You're not leaving. I'm going to be making physical contact with you all night, or all day." And then now he's, of course, wandering around because I'm being boring. Poor cat. But yeah, I didn't have a lot of time yesterday to do a number of the things that I said I was going to do yesterday. I didn't have time to get my resume out, which is unfortunate because that's another day gone where I could have had my resume trying to get a job for me. I wasn't able to expand our sub goals at the moment, so for now we're stuck at the comma PNG tuber thing, which is still there. And I wasn't able to really get the sound option thing figured out for stream because I've been busy and running around. So it'd be like that. But all of that considered, today I've got mostly to myself. We don't have a showing scheduled today. We have like 2 or 3 scheduled for tomorrow. So don't expect me to be super available tomorrow either. But, and that Monday too, so I'm probably, I don't know that I'm going to reschedule stream on Monday, but we may just have no stream on Monday. Anyway, it's time for the important bit. It's time for the bit that everyone is here for. The good, the fun bit. Where'd it go? Hello? There it is. Distortion. Is that game capture? Why is it not? Oh, it's because it's hidden. Smash. Hello, Ivanzi. Hope you're having a good day. I am continuing to exist on this mortal coil. How are you doing? I'm doing. Yeah, reading stream is back, baby. We last did this with Leviathan. I didn't finish Leviathan because the machine translation with Leviathan is fucking nonsense. Holy shit. The last, like, 5 chapters of Leviathan are actually unintelligible. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Like, I know Virgilius wound up having a conversation with Carmen and, like, almost distorting or some shit, but, like, I could not tell you what the fuck. It's a rough combination of... I can't imagine being a translator for this shit. Casual Watson does a ridiculously good job, and I believe he's got one other person that's working on. Yeah, unintelligible plus cryptic is not a good combination. Like, conversations with Carmen are already really high concept and kind of hard to parse. And then they come in here and they're like, all right, but here's an idea. What if we made it even more complicated by having it, like, not translated? Yeah, and it sucks because they're definitely the most important chapters that happen. Because, like, we get to see Carmen post-library, and it's like, oh, what's going on with that? How's she doing now that things are a little more different now? We'll fucking get there and figure this out. About Distortion Detective, there's a lot of Distortion Detective. There's 4 pages of this, and they're all almost full. We're not gonna finish Distortion Detective today. We're gonna get as deep as we can, but this will probably be a multi-day kind of thing, because not only are these relatively thick boy chunks of text, it's also a lot to get through. So we'll be going through this at a medium and like comprehensive pace. Hello, Chris. Hope you're having a good day. Greetings, Renegade. Also, hi, Wahoo. I don't think I said hello, Wahoo, but thank you for the sub gift. That was very based. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Oh, the other thing that I've been doing recently, just to really quickly tangent, I got home from the follow-up to the housing thing was that I immediately went to go hang out at a bar with my buds, which it's not really a bar, it's a fucking board game bar that's local to here, but man, fucking that place was great. I needed to be out of the house for once. I haven't had a lot of time recently to not be in my own fucking house for once. Yeah, I turned the music down a bit. you mentioned it right as the music was getting turned down, the struggle. But yeah, fucking... It was just really nice to hang out with friends for once and to not be cooped up in here for, you know, hours and hours on end. They came back. Ob's cut my hair. It was nice. So I was very busy, and then when I finished up there, it was like 11 o'clock, and I was like, I'm pretty much done. So I'm gonna go grab something that I didn't think I was gonna grab again, which is my 3DS. Yeah, my fucking 3DS, y'all. I've been playing fucking Fire Emblem Awakening. I love it. Yeah, no, the music is here for, just because that's the aesthetic that this gives me. I like this kind of... Spooky is kind of my heart and soul. I love things that are spooky but not quite scary. Scooby-Doo being the only thing that I can really think of off the top of my head. Did you know it's really easy to mod your 3DS? I hear a lot of people say that, and yet no one give me an actual example of how to do it. I would like to mod my 3DS. Yeah, spooky but not quite scary is my soul. I love that shit. Scooby-Doo, like, spooky mansion vibes. That's the, haunted mansion. My brother in Christ. Oh, I didn't say that's PM. PM is just scary. Just click your tongue. It's as easy as that. Well, there we go. Now I've modded my 3DS. Poggers. Poggies. Anyway, we should probably get started, considering that it's been 20 minutes and I haven't actually done anything that, like the stream title says we're doing. Water will be a necessity today. Actually, I should probably get this out of there in that case, because that's my water cup. Because I'm going to be reading a lot, which means I'm going to be talking a lot, which means that I need, I need whetting in the throat area. I also need to go and turn on some Project Moon music. Library of Ruina music. Playlist, I guess. Not Millie songs. Yeah, just give me the whole ass LOROST. And I'm just gonna hit shuffle. Okay, this is fine. I was like, is this fucking, just go to 3DS hacks guides and it'll walk you through the whole thing. All you need is an SD card. Oh, I own an SD card. I just don't have an SD card reader, which is the struggle. Which probably means sore throat tomorrow. Don't ruin your life over it. He's gonna read quick Summer Redeem Blues glasses. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. So I hate KL. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Distortion Ensemble. There you go. Or is this Distorted Ensemble? I hope it is. Anyway, continuing. Let us begin the roller coaster ride into Distortion Detective, the one part of PM Media that I haven't really checked out yet. I can see the distortion, and the distortion can occur to anyone. I don't exactly know who coined the term distortion for the phenomenon, but people just started calling it that at some point. No one knows how it works, but the experience so far suggests that this phenomenon is a manifestation of strong emotional desires and explosive surges of feelings. Wait, I think this is normal ensemble, lower floors. Yeah, the video has chapters for each of the different levels to it. The pianist, who, or rather which, wreaked havoc on District 9 is known as one of the most notable cases of the distortion. Yeah, DD is pretty good, although I remember the writing being a little rough around the edges since it started as a side project Jihoon did in his free time. Ah, that'll do it. Now, not many are aware that smaller cases of the distortion are happening here and there across the city even now. A person turning into a fish, and another one's eyes being dyed with the hues of the sky are two such examples. Okay. It took me a while to not confuse DD as Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I'm told Darkest Dungeon 2 is supposed to come out relatively soon. Or, like, come out in beta. I'll be keeping an eye on that. We never beat Darkest Dungeon 1. I feel like if we're gonna go and play some Darkest Dungeon 2, we should probably... Oh, that's in, like, 2 days. Neat. I feel like if we go play DD2, we should go back and play a little bit more of DD1. We'll schedule that for next week. Exclusivity contract is running out in less than a week. Good. Fuck Epic. Continuing. The distortion appears to me as visual distortions in a literal sense. Although I can see them, they aren't tangible. In the case of the person whose upper body gradually turned into that of a fish, I could clearly observe scales growing on their body. Yet when I touched their skin, I could only feel the soft sensation of a normal human skin. Huh. Hearing this much, one might think that the distortion is merely an illusion. Well, that would mean I'm simply delusional or suffering from hallucinations. However, I've taken up this job because that is not the case. I am chasing after the distortion. It's secretive yet explicit, and it proceeds slowly. For example, the fish person I mentioned earlier, who was dubbed the merfolk, underwent gradual changes such as having their eyes protrude, gills appear, and scales grow out of their skin. I would like to point out, yeah, this is all the ensemble themes. I literally just hit the shuffle button, and it just spit this out. So we're gonna be shuffling across the entirety of the LOR soundtrack over the course of this. Will it be relevant to the scene at hand? Probably not, but fuck it, right? We're just here for cool LOR background music. Does the shuffle include 8 o'clock? I fucking hope not. When their upper body is almost completely morphed into the form of a fish, the change physically manifested in a moment's notice. Only then could others see what had become of the merfolk and physically feel the fishy features of their body. Physically feel the fishy features? That's good. I love me some alliteration popping up in places that you don't expect alliteration to pop up. Physically feel the fishy features. So this is interesting. This seems to imply that Noah, I think this is Noah, can, like, see the distortion progressing in a person and can, like, detect it before it actually finishes, which is curious. I also do love that this motherfucker literally... They're the inverse of a mermaid. They're the reverse mermaid that you'll see every once in a while that people will make jokes about, where it's like, I have the upper half of a torso, and then the lower half is just fucking, of legs. Noah distorts in LOR with Emma. Does Noah distort? I didn't think that Noah and Emma were a distortion. I knew it was a physical, or a biblical name. I always thought it was just Oswald fucking performing body horror on them. Which, maybe that is a distortion. Maybe that's just a lesser distortion. I don't know. It's probably the kind of thing that I would have to read a book about. And we don't read here. Readings for nerds. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading. The merfolk, case number 5, was originally a villager in District 19's fishing hamlet. Good. 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 So glad that a fucking fishing hamlet is a thing in this goddamn game. Or this goddamn setting, dude. I'm so glad we have to fucking deal with a fishing hamlet. Nothing good has ever happened in a fucking fishing hamlet in any setting. Ever. Nothing ever good happens in a fishing hamlet. It's a fact, dude. Literally nothing. It's always Lovecraft stuff. Like, the fact that people make fishing hamlets is always because fucking giant Leviathan horrors beneath the ocean were like, alright, fuck it. Go make a spooky bit for our fucking food to go hang out. God damn it. Who was subject to constant abuse. It seemed that they spent most of their time staring into the Great Lake, yearning to escape from their current life. They planned on using the current to escape their current life, where you were surfing along the current. Don't you Joel slow me. Joel fast, if anything. My conclusion is that they desire to be free from their agonies and saw the lake as a getaway, and that strong longing for water ultimately distorted them into the merfolk. Of course, there are many other complicated factors involved, but I'll omit the details since the merfolk is not the main subject of my story. Alright, I'm gonna make Relia be near this fishing hamlet, and Cthulhu will be hearing, snoring, and causing insanity to the residents. Perfect. Love it. Also, I would like to point out, I wonder how many times this happens to people in the city, because, you know, the ocean in general is a pretty big, like, human metaphor for freedom for a lot of people, and so I imagine anyone living in a place where they can see the ocean, like, because the ocean for a lot of people is almost akin to, it's almost akin to being able to look up at the sky, and as we've established in a lot of, in the funny theme, you don't really get to see the sky in the city, you know, the murky gutter sky. Don't ask me why. I desperately wish to be part of the city tonight. And so people don't really get to look up and enjoy that idea of, like, boundless freedom overhead. So it's very interesting that something like the ocean exists to kind of inspire people in that way in this setting. The sky could be purple for all we know. Yeah, we're never explicitly told what color the sky is, so, you know. Maybe there's no moon up there. Who fucking knows? That's also the thing, is the city's atmosphere is fucking polluted all to hell. What is that emote, Chris? Huh? Oh, it's a donkey. I saw the, like, eye in the middle as, like, a mouth. I was like, what the fuck is going on there? You could even see it during the scenes before the Keta realization. Oof. Yeah, but that would require me to remember fucking Keta realization exists, and I would prefer not to do that. Agony. I'm pretty sure it's more dragon. Yeah, no, I can get, you know what, I get it. Yeah, he's got little fangs. Yes, God bless the mountain petting. My favorite emote. What did I miss? Not much. We're still in chapter 1 because I keep slinging off into fucking casual goofs. My work is to look out for cases of the distortion and prevent them. In fact, the progress of the distortion varies for each person. Ever since I gained this ability to see omens of the distortion with my eyes, I cannot see a single person who is not distorted in one way or the other. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the fun of this is being sidetracked. Like, if you wanted to read Distortion Detective, you could just go read Distortion Detective. But, like, you're here for me reading Distortion Detective, so I'm gonna fucking sidetrack and ramble about the funny nonsense that I feel like talking about as we go. Once again, I don't have a deeper understanding of the phenomenon or anything. I simply started one day and could notice it earlier than others. Since I can see the signs in advance, I do my best to warn people to take preventative measures before it manifests. That is my job. I'm here to Pokemon public battle. Well, best of luck. I was hired by a firm that had lost several of its staff to the so-called Ascension incident. Huh? And sought out the employees whose eyes were filled with disguise colors. The firm advised them to wear sunglasses. The idea to give them sunglasses so that they couldn't keep the scenery of the sky and their eyes was so outlandish it made me chuckle. The sky no longer being blue for them didn't have much, well, I mean, wait, bomb, hold on. All I remember is Fishing Village and Lovecraft, honestly, dude. But I also love to hear your thoughts. God bless Lonely. The sky no longer being blue for them didn't have much positive impact on their boring lives, but at least they didn't evaporate. Huh? Oh no. So the sky is blue for them, but they don't see it as blue. And they keep evaporating. The people who used to look up at the sky started looking down instead. Perhaps they still wanted to get closer to the sky by going up to the rooftop, or maybe they were just one of the many who chose to jump to death. Oh. The city isn't too interested in what happens after a case has been solved. All they need to know is if the deaths were understandable or not. I'm not a charity worker, so I don't bother looking into the cases of the distortion I wasn't asked to investigate either. So they solved the issue with the people that, like, as far as I can parse with this, they solved the issue with the people that had, you know, the weird eye things, and they tended to, like, if they didn't straight up evaporate, they would often commit the unalive. They would often play Minecraft. Oh no. Cool. Case number 13, balloon people. Balloon. They solved the issue, and the issue wasn't their deaths. Oh, bro. The issue wasn't that the people were dying. The issue was that the people were unproductive. Oh, no. Wonder how many When Pigs Fly achievements have popped up. No, no. Dude, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, dude. No. Bro. You can't, bro. You can't fucking say that, dude. Holy shit. Bro, that's not okay. That's not... Hold on, where the fuck... Where is the clip button? Where is the add stream marker button? Holy shit. I am absolutely adding that stream marker. Oh my god. Applauds and shame. Jesus, Buildery. That can't... Okay. Jesus. Hold on. Alright. I also have to keep an eye outside. Hold on. I have to keep an eye outside to make sure it's not raining because the dog is outside. Okay, continuing on. This case was rather explosive. I titled this case Balloon People because people's heads quite literally expanded like balloons until they went pop. Okay. My head will now explode. Good day. But different. This cold explosion would cover everything within a 10-meter radius with blood and blow to pieces everything in its range as well. A company in O-Corp's Nest finally asked for my help after suffering 5 instances of those balloon people. After some investigation, I found out that all occurrences of this distortion had one thing in common. They all worked in the service industry. Yeah? Yeah? Wow, what a coincidence. How weird. Isn't that strange? God, I forgot how hard this fucking theme goes. This is, Distorted Isaiah. Yeah, this shit good. To interpret a distortion, you need to combine multiple pieces of evidence. This process consists of 4 steps: cause, explanation, understanding, and acknowledgement. First, investigate the possible causes of the distortion, and construct a clear explanation that covers the causal relationship... No, not causal, but casual relationship in a convincing manner. Then make the subject understand why they are going through the distortion, and have them acknowledge that they could fully distort at this rate. If all of these steps succeeds, the case is closed. The distortion is considered solved if the subject regresses to a form that looks human enough to me. Oh. Oh no. Bro, like, that's kind of... Yeah, you know what? You're close enough. You're good enough. You look basically human. Anyway, moving on. Those who became the balloon people used to work in emotionally intense fields such as delivery carriers, nurses, and call center clerks. Moses is not a therapist. It seems like it. Unfortunately, the therapist is the one causing the distortions. Particularly, call center clerks have the largest average explosion radius of 16 meters. Oh, so the more stressful your job is, the bigger your explosion is. Neat. I feel like they're making a parallel here. Some inquiries revealed that another company had subcontracted all customer service calls to one center. The clerk's job was to record the claims from clients and send those records to that company. The problem lay in this process. The call center clerks lacked any expertise in the subjects of those complaints, yet they had to endure heaps of insults from their clients, even though there was no use lashing out at them. The clerks were treated like emotional garbage cans, hearing all kinds of abusive language and even threats from clients. Oof. Service workers are compelled to put on a smile and cheery voice while being a punching bag for others, having no way to vent out their own distress. Such stress would normally accumulate over time. This resulted in their heads inflating like balloons, all the while they maintained a facade of serenity. They'd end up exploding once their stress reached... Yeah, like, I'm just saying, this is... I get it. I get it. Taking the saying of your head's falling like a balloon due to stress quite literally. Yep. Glad L-Corp's clerks were too drugged up to complain. Yeah, thank goodness. God, could you imagine if clerks complained? We'd have to kill them way faster. From that point, my work is simple. I made a list of clerks whose heads appeared inflated to me and sent that to the company. Those clerks then lost their jobs. Bro. The company didn't bother investing any time or effort into shrinking their heads. My work often ends before I get into the stages of understanding and acknowledgement. Yup. Well, there we go. Fucking hell, dude. The company didn't bother investing. God damn, dude. They literally came out here and said, here's an idea. What if instead of, like, helping the people that work for us, we just fire them. We just let them go. Easy peasy. Simply interpreting the distortion doesn't resolve the fundamental issue. Their stress is bound to explode in one way or another, however such matters didn't concern my clients much. All they cared about was maintaining this abnormal status quo and evading responsibility for the distortion, not the cause behind it. I suppose the same could be said of me. I can't help but keep thinking that we are all missing something important. I believe I'll be chasing after distortion for a while, as every single thing appears distorted to my eyes. Bro, they literally fucking came out here and literally just said, hey, yo, I have an idea. Like, we could either invest in these people, or we could take the more fucking financial route and just booth them out of the fucking thing. Like, bro, I hate the city. The city sucks, dude. Right now, I am looking into a mirror. To my eyes, I'm the only person who doesn't appear distorted. In a world full of distorted people, could the one person who remains unchanged be the distorted one? As I look at all the distorted people, the distorted streets of this distorted city, I come to think that maybe the whole world is distorted. I can't fathom what would happen once the distortions of this world continues and reaches a critical point. Until then, I'll stay ever vigilant for the distortion. I am the Distortion Detective. Any subscriptions or financial support will be greatly appreciated and allow for more content to be created. Hey! Yeah, that's right! Just noting, any subscriptions or financial support to me will be greatly appreciated and allows me to make more content. Just saying. Yes, I will be reading that off at the end of every single fucking chapter. That's how the city works, baby! Nice plug at the end there. It's pretty good. Oh, add time. Alright, we shall now increase time. No, it's not on shuffle, it's just fucking playing all the themes. Add time! We'll wait a minute before. Add? Okay, there it goes. Pre-roll ads begin. It is looking like a level 30 mafia boss all of a sudden. Listen, I gotta be. We're just gonna hang out for a bit while the ad runs, because it's like a minute. We will continue in just a moment. Dude, I know what I'm gonna do with Season 2 if Marisol Thumb drops. I'm bringing that meme back. Based. Oh, boy. I can tell already this is gonna be a fun time. Oh my good lord. I'm not really looking at the pictures, but fuck, dude. That is entirely too much text. Holy shit. Reading. Let's go, everyone. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Wee. Anyway. I think that's about a minute. Honestly, not sure. I'm not super hungry right now, but I am gonna order food now. Everyone knows Ruina players can't read. He said it! He said it! He said the funny fucking line! The one joke! The one joke! The one joke is real! Library, fucking Project Moon community has one joke, has a single bit of comedy to its name. Hold on, I'm ordering food real quick. Fuck, Kyogre abandoned public battles get got. The comedy of tragedy. Yup, eternally. I always love your reactions to boring jokes. Makes me want to do more. I hate it. I hate it here. Anyway. You idiot. I quietly murmured, grinding my teeth. Ezra had done it again. I told her numerous times not to ask sensitive questions to the subjects of the distortion. Ezra then whispered to me, "Wah, detective, what do we do?" Haha, sorry, chef. My niece isn't very sensitive yet. You see. Oh, you lovely young sprout. What, do you mean with detective? Are you seeing stuff again? Poor little thing. Huh. So you were just a couple of nut jobs. If you disrupt my business with bollocks again, I'm gonna call security. The master chef yelled, although this restaurant was too small and shabby for such luxurious titles. Yes, I'll teach my little gal here to behave. Are you insane? Did you really have to say out loud, wow, the food here is just as disgusting as the sanitation? Who taught you to cook in a small restaurant that's not seeing too many guests? But it really did taste horrible. You think we're here to enjoy the food? You're supposed to carefully look around for clues. Just cram the food in your mouth before the chef finds it suspicious. This food has got to be the cause of the disappearance. I bet the revolting taste drove them crazy and made them wander off. I'm cutting your salary. What? By 25%. Wah, detective, please! At least I can use Manaphy. Oh, good. I know I do the joke every time, but, like, actually woke just this time. I mean, that joke's fine, just because it's good to know that, like, hey, I'm not paying attention to stream, hey, I'm paying attention to stream. While the reading happens, I shall now suffer plushie grinding. God bless y'all. Fucking plushie grinding is a struggle. I'm gonna do my best to try and figure out the voices for these characters, but, you know, we also don't have any fucking dialogue tags, so I'm just kind of left to guess. So give me a minute. Good luck, man. Listen to Smith in the back. We just hang out. We hang up and provide the wonderful ASMR. I'm close to 1,500 left, almost there. Yeah, I need to go do some grinding in Limbo myself. Might do that later today. I took a pipe out of my inner coat pocket. The case may be stuck for the moment, but it should end well somehow. With such optimism, I started smoking. I'm a fixer from District 14, a decently experienced Grade 5 working for 7. The Associate specialized in intelligence and investigation operations. I solve mysteries for a living, though most of these unsolved cases are about the distortion anyway. I'm happy that the grind is over for me. I got the ego, and I'm kind of done after that. There might be some gotcha pulls in there, so I'll probably keep going for a little bit. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting a call from Mr. Roommate. Okay, I've returned. It is playing Bina 2 because I have the entire LOR soundtrack on shuffle. Honestly, getting to do the Refraction Railway with the new pulls and barely getting below 120 was a rush. 116 with the new additions of my crew of N. Sinclair and Chef Ryosu. Bro, I am so sad that I did not get N. Claire yet. We're getting there. We're getting there, but fuck, dude. I might have to farm out his shards, and there's not a whole lot of time for that, but we can get there as Razies. I've got a bunch of shard boxes saved up for a bit. Anyway, continuing. Sorry, we were talking about called for housing stuff. The city still seems to be mostly clueless about the distortion. I simply jumped into this budding niche earlier than others thanks to my cursed talent, seeing people's distortions. Yet another streamer actually did just that. What? You have a month that's a bunch of time? We had a month about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh. A month for N. Claire. Got it. Yeah. Sorry. I was thinking about the housing thing. Yes. We have plenty of time for him. It's not going to be that bad. Okay. So what did the chef look like to you, Detective? The lower half of their body was that of a snake, and hands were attached on its tail. It had about 7 tails, if I remember correctly. Ugh! What about their upper body? Was it human? Yep, I could see a human in a filthy chef's uniform. Does that mean the distortion has progressed by about half? Maybe it'll manifest in a week or so? It could very well happen tonight, judging from the circumstances. The mouth on one of the tails was salivating and twitching quite intensely. Anyway, we're dealing with a reptilian, right? Let's see. A Stigma Workshop product could work. You always pick expensive gadgets. Sinclair needs a house. I hope Sinclair has somewhere nice to live. That's all I'm saying. The pattern of the distortion has been changing lately. The manifestations are getting faster. No, to be precise, the distortion has started to manifest even while people are unconscious. That's right, their bodies distort in their sleep. This seems to happen with the people who are half distorted from what I can see. A sloppy monster can only cause sloppy trouble. A sloppy monster can only cause sloppy toppy. God help us. I mean, and Sinclair has a crusade. Good as anything, right? Sure. Stigma Workshop is used for Dawn Office, right? Yeah, Philip used them, specifically Salvador and Philip. Sinclair needs a therapist and a nap. Everyone in the city needs a therapist. Unfortunately, the therapist that everyone in the city got was Carmen. And that's not a great therapist to have. The Zwei Association gave my office a request. People have been, oh hey, Zwei is actually coming in. People have been disappearing at night inside a certain hotel in the area. People have been oh my god, reading. People have been disappearing at night inside a certain hotel in the area. The association has been safeguarding. It's a weird fucking sentence structure. It kind of... People have been disappearing at night inside a certain hotel in the area. Stop. The association has been safeguarding. People have been disappearing at night inside a certain hotel in the area that the associate... I think there should be a that between area and the... Sorry. I have a fucking master's in creative writing. Give me a break. Or you could restructure the sentence on itself. Safeguarding's also a little wordy there too, but whatever. Recording was forbidden in the back streets of District 14, so there's no footage available. That's right. That's right. Fucking District 14 is the one where you can't film anything. It's a little rough around the edges sometimes. Yeah, I imagine that's also partially because of translation things. And translation is, you can never have a perfect translation. LOR is pretty damn close to being a solid translation. Can't type today. I can't talk today, so you know, that's the fun. N District. Wait. Wait, that's the N District? Why? Why is the... That... Okay, hold up. That can't be a coincidence, right? That can't be a coincidence that the fucking Crazy Crusade wing fucking prevents you from recording human experience. Is N just the fucking like anti-technology district or something like that? I don't like that. I don't like that. Why do you think they needleized experience? Was that what I mean? I guess that makes sense. That's how they did what's his name? Heathcliff, right? They're the Boomer District. No! Fate worse than death. Marisol scares me due to that. I mean, Marisol should just scare you in general. Anyway, continuing. The hotel only has two entrances, the main gate and the back door through the kitchen. None of the missing guests were seen leaving through the main gate. The hotel wasn't assaulted by a syndicate either, which was obvious considering that the Zwei were in charge of that area. They hate anything that mimics flesh, but very much stand for stuff that augments flesh, even if it turns into a grotesque mess. Canned products. Hate that. Detective! Maybe something's, really up with the kitchen. Its chef was the most distorted person around, so it's plausible. The sun sets and the night falls. We infiltrated the hotel restaurant. It was that easy. The ferry I spent a fortune on enters the keyhole and opens the door for us. Sometimes singularities feel much more like monsters than the half-baked creatures born from the distortion. Honestly, the Inquisitors are quite literally the Sarkic cults from SCP. Fair enough. Excuse me, Nona. Canned experiences? Some people, same principle, less eldritch magic, but more high-tech sci-fi. Always love to see it. Also, hi, Autumn. How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Wow, are they having a party or something? What are they eating? Merry Halloween, y'all? Oh no. You mentioned the Sarkic cultists and, Under a red light, skinless hunks of flesh were sitting around a table eating something. The only dish on the table was something that looked like a large leather sack. Oh, it's Heathcliff. They each grab something from the sack and eat it. The putrid smell stings my nose. My mind falters for a moment. Well, this is why you don't go to the diner. Turn around. Do not look at the thing they're eating. Don't breathe. This is driving me mad, Detective. It looks so cozy in there. It looks like a bedroll. You'll be eaten and turned to manure once you get in that bedroll. Ezra was completely entranced. I smacked her in the chest as quietly as I could. Wow, Ezra's fucking huge, dude. Limbus Company reference? Take a canned experience. They went and stole his body sack. He's gonna need that back, dude. Still love the fact that you can overdrive egos and limbus. It's great. Blech. I gave Ezra a handkerchief so she can cover her nose. Keep it tight. We're heading to the kitchen now. Leaving behind the feast, we crawled toward the kitchen. A long line of people waited in front of it. Those were the people reported to be missing. They entered the kitchen one by one, and then human-shaped flesh hunks walked out. I feel like hulks would be a much better word there. Hunks makes it sound like they're human-shaped flesh hunks. Like, let's maybe... Oh god, it's hot Squidward, fuck. Each carrying a leather sack. They bring it to their table and eat from it. Also got the 2 new units instantly, which sucks because now I have 300 ego shards for Sinclair and nothing to use it on. The struggle. It'll turn into fucking, big lady. I mean, did you see them in the picture up there? I mean, I can't tell if she's just big or if Moses is just small. Like, it's one or the other. I think she's just big. I do love me some big women. Food that bewitches people, huh? What could they be eating, Detective? It's time to find out. Get ready, Assistant. Ezra took a Stigma Workshop sword out of her bag. I pulled out my smoking pipe. Oh, God. The door leading to the kitchen is wide open. People lining up for their sack pay us no attention to us. They're simply mumbling to themselves. We proceed slowly. We're going in. I can hear the sound of kitchenware at work. The chef is busy cooking something, holding multiple cooking utensils with the hands that are on their tails. What could they be cooking? What are they feeding these people with? Detective, people are bowing to the chef to show their heads. The chef is splitting them open and taking something out? It doesn't look like a brain. That's... Ezra is 6'2". A little taller than me. Love to hear it. I had an emo I wanted to throw at you. Yeah, fucking... Let him cook. Did that add it in? Fucking hell. Oh no, that did add it in. How short is Moses again? I did read through DD, but I forgot their heights. I mean, fucking big, she is fucking massive. I mean, 6'2" is only a little bit bigger than me, so... Apologies for not finding it super impressive. I'm also just very large too, though, so, you know. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Cat Jam. Cat Jam. Okay. I would like to point out I'm not a huge fan of this. Just my 2 bits. Don't worry, Word. You know, we know you're 5'0". Sure, buddy. That sounds like projection, my guy. I'm not a huge fan of fucking characters verbally describing what's going on in the scene. I would much rather they use descriptive language here. Nah, you're the one projecting. Uh-huh. Bro, I know what height I am. I am 6 foot and some change, dude. Like, I'm a big motherfucker. Trust me, there's times that I wish I was 5'0", but I'm definitely not. I'm having PTSD, fucking hate Hod's Floor. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of Hod's Floor myself, but I'm growing to like it more on my second run through. Just because I have a more focused bleed build that feels like it works really well on Hod's Floor. I'm starting to appreciate it a little bit more now that I have more knowledge of the game. I am big, but I need to work out to get back to full height due to weight. Yeah, I need to, I need to work out today as well. Says the one projecting with passive. Alright. Chat's gaslighting me again. See, the thing is, I mained it, but completely wrong. The Brit build. Fate worse than death. They aren't extracting the brain itself. They're pulling something out of it. Could it be thoughts? How is that possible? That's what the distortion is all about. Unseeable things are materialized. That means they're giving away their thoughts to the chef so the chef can cook them, and the chef also peels their skin to use as the sack. That's pretty wicked. My eyes meet the chef's gaze. Hey, you're the insane bunch I saw earlier today. If you want to eat, then line up. The taste's gonna be like nothing. The taste's gonna be nothing like the stuff you ate before. What are you feeding these people? I'm giving them what they want. I cook thoughts. People these days don't even know what they're thinking, so they need someone else to cook those thoughts up and feed them. You've already killed people. A case of the I'm assuming this is... You've already killed people. A case of the distortion that is capable of murder would be, according to the standards our office set up, a risk... okay, you've already killed people. A case of the distortion that is capable of murder would be, according to the standards our office set up, a risk level 3 distortion.
Kill? They aren't dead. They're having a feast, don't you see? Ordinary food isn't enough to make people happy anymore. You gotta know who you are and what kind of world you're living in to truly savor the flavor.
This is almost like a cheap urban myth. You've gone too far.
Why, detective? The fleshy things in the restaurant all came in here.
You just haven't tried it yet. I'll show you how your thoughts taste.
Ezra, take them down. The Stigma Workshop sword emits an orange glow. The wire on its blade heats up. Each time Ezra swings the sword, one of the hunks of flesh falls to the floor. The heated wire leaves beautiful symbols through the sections it slices, a trademark feature of Stigma Workshop's products. The smell of burnt meat soon fills the kitchen. A sentient case of the distortion that willingly harms others is ultimately subjected to termination. We sometimes encounter distortions that we can't take down on our own, but most of them can still be dealt with in some manner. This kind is especially simple. Have you tried your own cooking, then? I think these descriptions make sense because Moses has different perspective due to revision and they need to effectively communicate. I guess it still feels clunky from a writing perspective. That is an excuse, not a actual, like, reason for it to be written this way. This kind is especially simple. Oh yeah, wait, no, hold on. Self-contradiction. Distortions that damage others while claiming to care for them are bound to face irony. So you're feeding others with a dish you haven't even tried yourself. What makes you so confident in its taste,
My cooking has to be tasty. All the customers looked sad and sulky even when I served them with the most delicious food before. It's because they didn't think for themselves.
You can tell if the food is tasty just from a person's face. Someone who doesn't try their own cooking isn't a real chef.
Fine, I'll eat it. I'll eat my own food.
There we go. That's the spirit of a true chef. The chef splits open their own head. They put their hands into their brain and pulled out something glowy. As soon as the chef was done taking all the thoughts out, they collapsed onto the floor. Just like that, the chef passed away before they could taste their own thoughts.
Detective, I took care of them all.
Yeah, literally dies of cringe. It's just... He's fucking dead. He's gone, dude. He's fucking out. I'm done with my share too.
Should we contact the Zwei Association now?
Yeah, just write up a short report. They won't believe all this fuss about cooking thoughts anyways. I'll go get some sleep first.
Got it! Good morning, Detective Moses. You're a bit later than usual today, huh?
Yeah, the line at Ham Ham Pan Pan. Ham Ham Pan Pan? Is that just a mistranslation of Pang Pang? Better be a mistranslation. They better not have a fucking competition store. Or maybe it's a spin-off. I hope it's Ham Ham Pang Pang. In my heart of hearts, it's Ham Ham Pang Pang. Poggers, let's fucking go. Imagine spin-off. It's an aberration distortion. The aberration of Ham Ham Pang Pang. No! Guess everyone wants to check it out since it's the first to open in the north of the city. Oh! We're in the north of the city. Writes down north of the city. This is the first time we've seen that. Oh, Ham Ham Pang Pang. Did you get some for me too? Yeah, got one for you just in case. You like mustard, right?
Mustard flavor's great. Ah, the Zwei sent us the reward just now.
That quick? It only took them a day. I bet they scamped the paperwork.
Huh?
Scamped is not a word that I think I have heard ever. Raise his fist as starting ego gift is the funny wolf plushie for this grind. Adorable plush get. Marketable plushie. Poggers. I'd get a plushie of fucking of the wolf. I remember one of the translators had to make a statement regarding how the Ham Ham Pang Pang references are actually in the material and not being added by the translators. Wow. That's so fucking funny. Bro, people that criticize, like, so there's like two kinds of people that criticize translations. There's the people that are like, it needs to be exactly one-to-one with a thing, and then there's the people that are like, it needs to have like some changes to fit with the tongue that it is being translated into. And the people that bitch about that are, like, the worst. I much prefer translations that are, like, made to fit into the tongue that they work with. It's a problem if they do start, like, changing inherent things about the thing, but people get really fucking twitchy about it and start making really rude assumptions and kind of let their own not great biases slip in, where it's like, Ham Ham Pang Pang has got to be a shit post from the people. Project Moon would never make things goofy. And it's like, Project Moon would absolutely fucking make things goofy. What are you talking about? I fucking, ugh. I love the wolf and the sheep. I love the fact that you get the sheep by freeing it too. I really need to do that. I really need, I haven't gotten the sheep event again. Duly that N-Corp and Rhodia's hometown are in the north. Shit way to need to get out of bed and into the chicken mines. One thing that will always get a chuckle of any new players coming into Limbus, the image of them seeing Ham Ham Pang Pang for the first time, some veteran in the community telling them that the chain exists in real life and is owned by PM. Love it. Love it. Looks at PM, the goofs of tragedy. Yup. This is the same company who made Your Bald. True. Yeah, being one-to-one can make it read super clunky a lot of the time just because of how different languages are structured. Yeah. And them making the connection that they are advertising their own restaurant as a tasteless self-insert, not knowing Ham Ham Pang Pang was originally from Library. Yup. Early Harry Potter translations in Russian had Snape literally called evil is evil. Holy fuck. That's based. I need a character named Evil is Evil in my life. Holy shit. But overall, Watson and the translation team do a great job. Oh, absolutely. Have you seen the Lobotomy Corporation April Fool videos? Queen of Hatred dating simulator April Fools? I have not seen those. I need to sit down and watch those in a bit. That's fucking great. God, please no, oh no. I have in fact seen posts like this on Reddit already, and I can never take them seriously. God, I wish the dating sim was real. Ugh. Alright. Anyway, to sum up this case, it was about an unappreciated cook who wanted to bring joy to the people in their own twisted way. It was a crude story. We've had to deal with a distortion on our own a lot more often these days, now that I think about it. Why are the Wings and the other associations so passive about it? Monsters are actually appearing. I bring for the allowance of puns. Oh no. Chat is now able to post as many puns as they like for 5 minutes. Lord help me. I love that this is the theme that turns on when the puns get unleashed. Feel free to pun me as much as you feel. God help me. Because none of them were noteworthy enough to even be an urban plague. Well, the pianist being the sole exception. Still, shouldn't someone do something about this? It's like a ticking time bomb. I bet a lot more people die to syndicates than to the distortion. By the way, you're not actually gonna cut my salary on you. That stupid chef's food really was the cause. Try using that good memory for something better. I can hear you! What the next chapter holds. The room is breathing. I can feel its respiration, its beat. No one knows how many people this room has devoured. A dying elderly person sits before me. A lonely old person whose breath is fainter than the room's. Forgotten by others, this aged person has brought and taken in people. As the doddering one faded from everyone's memory, so too did the people they took in. This is just old lady, the Abno. Costs 0, play it at the start of the turn, deal 6 damage for free, the cost goes up for the more things that you play aside from them. Easy. The fact that I'm recognizing some of these guys more from their, fucking, Slay the Spire mod things is both hilarious and kind of unfortunate. I think it's mostly hilarious. God damn it, Geb do be popping off in the background. The salary is getting cut harder than my soul by Greater Split Vertical. Oh no. It's a hot take to say that Geb 3 is better than the Red Mist theme. It's up to you. It's personal taste. Damn, I bet the puns will make you distort in a few minutes. You won't do it. To be frank, old lady sucks ass, so don't blame you. Old lady's fine. It's a 0 cost single ping. Like, other than that, it's like, just don't go into the room with her. And if you do, just have white resist. A detective office for unsolved cases, located in a 3-story building somewhere in the streets of District 14. It's a mystery how many people managed to find their way to my humble office. There's rumors of a haunted alleyway. People who pass by it disappear. How do they disappear exactly? Ezra asked curiously. You could just take this and this line, and then put this right here. And then you would save a whole ass fucking 2 enter hits.
No one knows who disappeared or how. All we know is that someone disappeared somehow. Then it's either a memory manipulator or a reality warper. But, oh. No one knows who disappeared or how. All we know is that someone disappeared somehow. Then it's either a memory manipulator or a reality warper. But Detective, I thought reality warpers only existed in your theories. This might as well be our opportunity to see one for the first time. What's this all about? Oh no, this is another voice.
What's this all about?
It's just our jargon. Where did they go missing, by the way? Ezra changed the topic before the client could ask further.
It's somewhere around the plaza. It's somewhere around the plaza of Cherished Hopes.
That's not too far from here. How did you know that people went missing?
Those vehicles and objects were found abandoned in the street, like bicycles and cars. And most of all the furniture in my attic was sorted as if someone had been living there until the day.
That means one of your family members has disappeared.
Huh? There's only 3 people in my family, and they're all fine. Me, my husband, and my child.
We'll see if we investigate it. What if there really was another family member?
Well, what if there really was another family member? I'd forgotten, like you said. And if they're dead,
the culprit should be killed.
That's rather stern.
Well then, we should start discussing the request fee. She's good for early day shenanigans, but she doesn't give enough PE boxes to warrant dealing with her loneliness, since it advances the Clyfoth meltdown timer without giving you... Oh! I didn't know it advances the timer. You remember the concept incinerator? Yeah. One case I don't like of translation and adaptation is, well, Drakengard 3, where the main character, Zero, in Japanese is written sarcastically, but mostly calm. And then in English, she swears like a sailor and is always angry. Yeah, like, no, I'm familiar with the change to Drakengard 3. Fucking hell, dude. That game is unreasonably horny at all times, dude. Like, I don't fucking... It is so uncomfortable. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm here, like, horny shit posting is funny, but Drakengard 3 was just, like, literally every scene, dude. The entire Drakengard series is unhinged. Yeah, except for 2. 2 doesn't count. 2 is just like, alright, we're gonna have someone other than Yoko Taro write this. What? Unrepentantly horny? You can no longer pun. Puns now require the death penalty. This? Ah, welcome to Isaiah again. Honestly, based. I just... Not letting Yoko Taro make your game? Nah, dude, Yoko Taro making your games are always funny. It always makes something interesting. No! Ezra's eyes sparkled as she spoke. I left the financial management of our office her to her. She has enough wits to figure out how serious or tough a request will be, so I can trust her to lead negotiations like this. I headed out to the terrace while Ezra and the client were busy bargaining. I spoke from my pipe, feeling the acrid breeze of the back streets. Still, this air is much clearer compared to the messy atmosphere during the smoke war. Distorted creatures walk the streets as always, wondering how long I'll be do this. I puff tobacco smoke. Oh, unreasonably horny is still there, but in Japanese is more calm and not slapped in your face by going, ah ha ha ha, sex joke. Yeah, I know. Again, literally every fucking scene in Drakengard 3 is just like, haha, sex. Like, hi, fucking got me. Detective, I'm done writing the contract. The client went back to her home. Are we still doing this? It's shit like this that makes me really fucking tired of just writing in general, when you can just like have like pretty major screw-ups in the reading of a thing, and it's still just like, nah, fuck it, but like it's still really good, so people will go read it. But like, why do I sweat over every single minor thing that I write when like you can have very obvious glaring issues and awkward sentence construction and people will still just come and fucking read it? I don't know. It's different here because like it's also Project Moon, and Project Moon is really good, but I don't know, man. This always just makes me tired seeing stuff like this happen. Plaza of Cherished Hopes, was it? Get ready. Yes, Chief. Do I bring the usual gadgets? Ezra asked as she stuffed equipment into her dimensional bag. I always forget how occasionally the city will just kind of like remind you that the city is a ridiculously advanced location that has crazy bullshit going on, like, all the time. Like, she just casually stuffs stuff into her dimensional bag. Huh? Sweepers, but not ranged weapons. How dare you? She's got a bag of holding. Like, what the fuck? Casually stuffing stuff. Nod, 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 nod. Casually getting stuffed. Alright, my food's here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get that. I will return. Holy shit.
I let Mochi in as part of it. It was just like, alright, time to freak out.
Owning a dog, it's a struggle sometimes, I swear.
Yep, Fooch time. Time for Fooch.
We'll reorganize some things real quick. Yeah, I know I'm not on screen and then we don't have anything on screen. Give me 2 fucking seconds. Time for munch. What do I have here, you ask? I have dicks. Wings. It's a relatively local chain called Dick's Wings. There's an apostrophe in there, too. Wings owned by Dick. Good old Dick. Love that guy. Hold on. I didn't know what the Americans were thinking when they decided to name Dick was fine. Yeah, no, I don't think any modern Americans know what old Americans were thinking in that instance. All I know is, it's quite funny. Alright, I want to munch for now. Question is, what do we watch? Do you love dicks? I love Dick's wings. I love Dick's wings so much, especially the sauce. The sauce that Dick's makes is so good. Yeah, I see you, Avast. Calm down. Yeah, this... It's, Can someone bop word for puns? I thought that was coming from me, fucking hell. No, that was me. You're good. You're good. No. Yeah, I can't very well read and eat at the same time. Both kind of need my mouth. You know what I have been watching recently? Here.
Emotionally attached.
How it feels to play Demo Man. Not really relevant to the library thing that we have going on, or the Project Moon bits that we've got going on, but still a very, very, very funny series on YouTube. But I don't really play TF2, so... But Lazy Purple, holy fuck, Lazy Purple made content, dude. Fuck it, we'll throw this on. It's a fun time. Just for a bit. Oop. TF2 stream when? Do people want a TF2 stream? Oh, we should also probably turn off the distortion, or the Hawkma theme. It's also a little loud. I mean, that would be fine with TF2. TF2 Community Night stream. God help us.
Charge it!
His fucking face. I've never really been too deep into TF2.
You know what that was?
So I would need chat to carry my ass.
A competitive clip featuring a very brave Pyro and the reality of how quickly an Uber Demo Man can cut the enemy team in half. With that lucky sticky kill on the
This
scout,
reality, you miss every shot.
Able to blow up 3 players and leave a 4th one fending for his life. Make no mistake, Demo Man is really powerful. Throw some sticky bombs over here and toss some pipe grenades over there, and before you know it, boom, skadoosh, blue team gone. But sit down a new player as Mr. Only Has Projectiles, and you'd better be prepared to cover your ears.
Hi, that's me.
Go to hell!
The learning process for Demo Man looks something like this, spamming stickies with no sense of timing while relegating the grenade launcher to, you know, emergencies.
Oh, shit! I'm out of stickies!
And this strategy can work to an extent because, let's be honest, having 8 explosives loaded in one gun is kind of ridiculous. Oh my god. Guys?
That's
do the
so
Geneva
filthy.
Conventions apply to video games? But hold on, stickies can't be detonated for 0.7 seconds after shooting them, so don't be surprised if sticky spamming gets you killed by every other scout.
I don't usually kill morons this fast.
Soldier.
Scotland is not a real country!
Sniper.
Bloody hell, you wolf!
And spy.
Indeed, you drunken wretch. You are an embarrassment.
So is the god.
Can we just talk about how fucking great the insults between characters in Team Fortress is? Like, holy fuck.
Forsaken squad.
Rancid images.
So sticky spamming isn't perfect. Do we give up? No, we just do it better. As long as you stay about this far away from the action at this point where your stickies travel the entire length of their arm time, you should be free to go on a rampage.
Congratulations, you are soon to be finished with the
It
plushies.
just makes everything so much easier. This distance puts you in control and ensures that you'll never have to do anything difficult ever again. Oh, man!
You suck!
Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to learn more than sticky spamming, but don't worry, there's a reason these things are designed to stick.
That poor medic.
Demoman's ability to control when stickies explode provides perhaps the most consistent source of kills in the entire game, the sticky trap. Not only can you consistently lock down a choke point with a sticky bomb launcher, you can then reload the damn thing and be ready to pick apart the pack of panicked perpetrators after the fact.
Stop that!
But there's more to it than just dumping stickies on choke points. You can store a bunch of damage anywhere. Hey, Red Team, that was a great overcharge. Can't wait to see the next one. Exert a little patience. If you find some unsuspecting
Where did he
stickies,
go?
put down 2 stickies at once so they can't even respond to the detonation. And if a medic so happens to walk into them, that's an epic sticky trap. Put some distance between you and those cheeky scouts with just 1 sticky. Just 1 sticky. Wait, does this count as a sticky trap? Does that mean... is every sticky bomb its own trap?
Oh, good lord. Everyone lost.
You've seen it, haven't you?
Oh, no.
The power within each sticky bomb?
Yes!
Oh.
Every sticky I shoot guards the entire radius around it. The very idea of a trap is subjective.
Good! Now that you see the power of every undetonated sticky, you have opened your third eye.
Hold on 1 sec. I'm gonna let the cat out.
I get it now. That's the beauty of manual detonation. If I stay calm and don't detonate, it doesn't matter that these stickies were meant for this spy.
use
They're
whistles.
the perfect trap for this rocket jumping soldier I was totally expecting. Stickies haven't missed until you detonate them. No choke point, no problem. With enough stickies and enough patience, the entire world becomes one big choke point.
Stop it!
All this sticky
That-
trap
oh
is
God!
almost
Fucking
too
love it,
good,
dude.
right? But with how vulnerable... all this sticky trapping seems almost too good, right? I'm talking here! All this sticky trapping seems almost too good, right? Okay, now there are 2 of them! What kind of sick joke is this? Is it safe? Can I...
Keep it up!
all this sticky trapping seems almost too good, right? But with how comically vulnerable he is to being bum rushed, I think it's fine to reward Demoman for seeing it coming.
We've been expecting you.
Mission ends.
That's what you get!
Of course, sticky traps don't detonate themselves. No, Scout, you scared me into detonating too early! Ah! A good sticky trap demands your full attention. In other words, Demoman is designed to have tunnel vision. Ah! Taking the wrong fucking die. That's right. The class with 1 eye has tunnel vision. Deep lore. When I'm setting up an important trap in the heat of the moment, it's not realistic for me to
Deep
turn around between
lore.
each sticky and reset my crosshair. In other words, if I'm gonna get stabbed, mother of mercy, I'm gonna get stabbed. But forget the spies and snipers for a minute. The last thing you want is to become your own worst enemy. I mean, okay, I don't know if it's just me, but after growing emotionally attached to some carefully laid sticky trap that will surely get a triple kill and make Daddy proud, I struggle to pay attention to anything else as I play with 1 hand behind my back for 40 seconds, getting nothing done until I finally say fuck it and randomly detonate, somehow killing a horribly unfortunate spy.
You appear to have trodden on the mine!
That's so fucking funny.
I am the spy.
I am the spy.
Perhaps the most harrowing downside is that when it comes time to push forward, you may be given a choice. No! I can't detonate here! Not now! I'll die for sure! But my team! But I deserve to live! If I die! No! 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 I let them down. I can't keep relying on this thing, man! Sure, it's consistent, but it's so slow. What if I need damage now? If death stares me in the face? If my targets are launched? There's only one thing to rely on.
God, you swap weapons so fucking fast in this game. Bro, how does this man edit so good?
I live for pipe grenades. The thrill of trusting your instincts and saying, I don't care that you have a medic, because I'm just gonna hit 3 pipes in a row, alright? See you later. Goodbye. The power I feel melting one heavy after the other, granting them the power of flight while accidentally killing those around
God,
them.
the ragdoll, dude. Holy shit.
The rush of knowing that the only way I'm getting out alive is 2 clean pipes. Hitting 2 pipes on scouts ain't easy, but it always kills, even if they're overhealed.
Denied.
No. No. That medic did not just perfectly time
Alright, actual
a healing
mechanic demo man
crossbow
can
bolt
farm.
in between my
Oh
2
god,
pipes. He
I love
did
it.
Not. Hello, yeah, police. I'd like to report a robbery. To guarantee the second pipe, do your best to shoot the first one at their feet. It'll pop them right up for an easy twofer. Okay, Heavy, are you sure you want to play this game? This doesn't tend to work out for you.
Oh dear, it appears I have underestimated my opponent's critical thinking skills, while simultaneously
It is always funny.
my body's
Every time,
ability
dude.
to effectively move around corners. I should take note for the future not to chase explosive-wielding enemies around said corners, as they naturally have a sizable advantage due to not requiring a direct line of sight to deal bodily harm. It certainly does not help that I am at my most sluggish while revving up my gun, a precursor to shooting aforementioned gun,
You
and
do be
therefore
spitting.
killing my enemy.
Oh, shit.
Shooting for the feet can be a gamble, but when it works, oh, it works. Landing pipes will always feel amazing because you can't take a single one of them for granted. You never know when even that scoped-in sniper is just gonna get up and move. Yo, I'm joking, I missed on purpose! It's a joke, I'm friendly! Hitting pipes is often the difference between living and dying, and almost every time it comes down to intuition. Owning you eat shit! When you're in a kind of fast-paced situation that calls for pipes, there's no time to ask yourself questions about air strafing or hitboxes.
Times 200 damage exactly, so 200 health soldiers and 300 health heavies. Always funny ragdoll if no one else hits them. You love to see it.
Extends that intuition to your sticky bombs, and it won't be long until you're landing 1-2 punches like it's nothing.
Oh!
But how does one access all of this intuition? My best advice is to equip the Sticky Jumper, a no-damage launcher that allows you to do incredible triple mid-air jumps, forcing yourself into the enemy base so that you can get in as much practice as possible.
Bruh. Dude, this fucking bit of the video is so good.
So that you can get in as much practice as possible. Remember that pipes are best aimed at large, unmissable groups, so keep an eye out and... Large, unmissable groups, so keep an eye out for those good opportunities. And never underestimate the element of surprise.
Bro.
My man is having a time.
It's on! It's on like... Move, Snake! Into your head!
That's right. That's right. That's right. It's my job to destroy these sentries and these sentries and these sentries. And God, am I seeing okay, or is that a lot of engineers? I mean, that's a lot of engineers. Bye. See ya. The thing that I can't fucking get. All right, and listen, because this is serious.
Me looking at my stream highlights, dude. Me like, alright, I'm gonna go highlight a bunch of the parts of fucking Limbus Company, and then I go watch the first Limbus stream, and I'm like, oh, fuck. This is rough.
These close-up sentries that don't serve any purpose other than just catching people off guard. You're not even defending anything, you're just... You know, the scout walks by, he goes, hey, I'm playing the game, I'm having fun, and then... That's not fair. But engineers aren't gonna stop building these things until people stop walking into them, alright? So please, I'm begging you to just check your corners and never let these engineers get away with this.
Look always before you cross! Okay, mate. All right, you wankers. Sentry out!
Oh my god dang it, no! This isn't even defending anything! This sentry is just mean, alright? I will make sure that you suffer for this. But more...
This sentry is just mean. Mood.
I'll go even further. You know what? I don't want to be too mean, but you engineers have to know how dead you are. How much a demo man can just take control. I feel bad for this guy. Honestly, I'm sorry, Gibbous Engineer. This isn't necessarily your fault, but I've got to send a message. Oh, no. This engineer...
The editing in this video is so
Spencer
absurdly good.
teleporter, all the setup, I can't have that. I'm sorry, engineer, but this is the end for you. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. That's the one. That's fucking engineers, man. They don't have a chance.
Oh, there goes my favorite mod. Not Mightyetta!
Sad. Just wait to hear.
Mightyetta's pretty base choice, honestly.
These holy holy deliverers of healing and ammo. It's
He's having a bad time.
Easy for Demo Man to turn them into death traps. I mean, I almost feel bad. They go to back to this place that is supposed to be safe and give the heals, but no, I'm sorry.
Hell yeah, gamer.
But what really rubs the salt in the wounds is that dispensers don't move.
They really did record the audio drunk. That's beautiful.
The grenade, the pipes, the downside of the pipes, the grenade launcher, is that it's hard to hit moving targets, right? But dispensers don't move. And not only that, everybody likes to be around dispensers. So you shoot the dispensers and whoa, what a surprise! Everybody dies. It's almost poetic. But no matter how you twist it, I'm gonna always be there, engineers. I'm gonna make your life as hard as I can. You can run, you can hide, you can try to save your buildings, but I'll be there. I don't care if you have the high ground. It doesn't matter to me.
Mission accomplished.
This engineer's team actually cares about him and his positioning and his base, and that's gonna be a problem. Whoo! I'm gonna need a medic, and to talk about that, I'm gonna need some coffee.
Stop!
So, Yes, Demo
The
Man
server's
can
up. Love
trounce
to see it.
sentries all day long, but sometimes he needs help, and sometimes our German friend is not in the mood to cooperate.
If we can get to Fault Uber, I will destroy all sentries. And more.
No!
No, huh?
Hold it!
Then how else do you expect to get through multiple sentry nests? Oh, please, I assure you the jury is waiting with bated breath to hear it. I am putting all of you negligent medics on trial. Just watch. I yell out, medic, to get his attention. You know, we're starting it simple. I then say, hit it, Doc, and charge it, Doc. He looks me in the eyes after I say this.
Yeah,
he
Dom,
keeps
this
his
is
beam on me and
everyone's
keeps
favorite Distortion
looking at
Detective
me.
case,
According
the
to page
TF2
14,
medic.
Section 4, subsection 3 of TF2 etiquette, this officially means we have bonded, which, according to subsection 3, means he has to Uber me. I then cannot stress enough that he kept his beam on me, unbroken, for the entirety of the remaining 16 seconds. Then, and can we get the footage on this for the jury to see? Thank you. In direct response to me taking my first steps into danger, disconnected his beam, leaving me for dead. Ladies and gentlemen of the
Like,
jury,
bro, come on.
I was baited. He Ubered the Heavy, who could not even leave spawn. The Heavy dies immediately. Why, medic? Why? I can be fighting the entire enemy front line with a fully charged crits medic behind me, only to turn around and see. I understand Ubering a Heavy on the objective, but I swear half of these guys are just trying to reenact Meet the Medic. What are you doing?
I have no idea!
The Uber's already over. Oh my god. In all seriousness, Demo does need a little help in most altercations, since he's not exactly meant to be taking them. Anyone? Anyone at all? Please, God, help to turn around? Yeah, I know. Demo Man is an absurdly powerful damage dealer, but if someone wants him dead, it's not that hard to find an opening.
Oh my god, I hate that. I hate that voice line.
Remember that Demo does have some shortcomings, as I proudly display this ridiculous clip of me defending the last 2 feet of payload by safely stuffing an Uber charge with preemptive stickies, insta-killing a crits heavy, then destroying a sentry along with the engineer building it before going ahead to accidentally kill someone, intentionally kill someone, and finally out-snipe a sniper. God, I love this class. So get out there and lay
I was gonna
some
say,
traps.
you did have some mail that arrived.
Yeah, it was just these.
Ah, compression shorts.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're pretty good.
Good shit. Love to see it.
Anyway, have fun with TF2.
Well, this was just our lunchtime video break, and it's almost over. So we'll be back on to reading in just a moment.
Hit some pipes, but most of all, make sure someone out
I
there
will.
regrets picking engineer.
And he's gone. I'm gonna go play Minecraft. No, don't play Minecraft.
Put your butt into it, lad.
I'm ready to see you read. We're not that deep in, my guy. If you want to stick around, that's also understandable.
Right here.
Yes!
That wasn't supposed to happen.
What?
Looks like y'all could use. Well, a little help.
Oh god, my head is killing me. Help! Nah. Please?
I guess that'll do.
Thanks.
That's nothing.
Oh, hello, engineer. I love you, man.
What a fucking video, y'all. What a fucking video. You love to see it. Purple makes fucking fantastic content at all times. I don't think there's been a time where I've seen a fucking Purple video that I've been like, oh my god, that was less than stellar. Like, he's just always making bangers. Go sub to that, man. I'm gonna go get more water and throw away my trash. I will return in a mere moment. Let's also turn on some background music.
yes. Tick tock, tick tock. Ah, yes. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Chris. We had a bet going on whether or not the people for the whatchamacallit, the realtor group would actually get in contact with us the same day that we did stuff. We could do music Listen, the last time that I did music recommendations, we got dinged super fucking hard. So like, if we do music recommendations, you need to vet it and make sure that we're not gonna get fucking TOS'd. Well, we're gonna have to play really fucking cautious with this. We're not in trouble or anything, but like, I don't want to have to fucking go and automatically turn it on so that my VoDs are getting published again because it got dinged multiple times in a row. Okay. Anyway, Distortion Detective, right? A good time. Continuing from where we left off, they just went off to get the, to start the job with the person that's like, I don't know what it was. It was like, the room was weird, I guess. I walk along the street with Ezra. The time is 2 p.m. Ta-da! Here we are at the Plaza of Cherished Hopes. What do we do now? Wait till night falls? This case appears to be a location-type distortion, judging from the client's description. A powerful distortion can affect its surroundings as well, assimilating nearby objects into it. We should look for any distorted buildings. But only you can see those weird buildings, Detective. What can I do? See if there's abandoned bikes around, maybe. Windows with eyes, apartments floating in the air, doors with teeth, rooms filled with water. There are a lot more distorted buildings than it seems. It would be quite a sight if they manifest all at once. That's weird, right? I guess they did just say that a powerful distortion can affect its surroundings as well, assimilating nearby objects into it. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that the buildings or areas themselves are like distorting in the sense that it's like the cause of the we know that the cause of the distortion is a mental thing, but locations don't have anything for that, so it's weird that they even can distort. But it seems like it's just the strength of a core distortion making things around it weird. Interesting. Now, which building to investigate first? I don't have any specific criteria set in mind. Some deduction and intuition are all it usually takes to figure it out. This one is a case of the distortion that devours people whole. The victims are soon forgotten by others. Why were they attracted to that distortion? I need the profiles of missing people, but if no one knows who disappeared, it'll be difficult to figure out their common traits. Ezra, look for a place around here that provides goods or services for free. What? For free? Does that kind of place even exist? Preferably a place where people who don't have a job would go. And that is why it's easier to figure it out. The distortions of this city are actually rather simple to understand. Ah, there it is. A place called Lumiere Soup Kitchen. Is it sponsored by anyone? Nope, it seems to be run by an individual. Lead me there. BD's going well. We just got finished with lunch. Free stuff in the city? Literally impossible. People who are destined to be forgotten in the city will naturally be attracted to free meals. Oof. Alright, throw Pokeball at Electros real quick. Isn't this a photo studio? What? It looks... Wait. Isn't this a photo studio? What? It looks like a worn out tent though. It's a distortion. Does that really look like a photo studio to you, Detective? Mm-hmm. An age studio. So this is the soup kitchen, right? See, this example of verbal description is good because they're talking back and forth about the situation that they're in. Like they kind of trade the thing that they're viewing here. Like, this feels a lot less clunky than in the chapter... Was that 1? No, that was chapter 2, the chef bit. Where they verbally describe, like, wow, this is what is happening. Like, okay, cool. Yep, Yep, the description says they give away free meals to children or the elderly who are too poor to afford anything else.
Do we use the ferry to enter? Jihoon learning to write for Ruina, page. Oh no.
Huh? Don't you know how expensive it is to recharge the ferry? This is just an ordinary tent camp. All we gotta do is walk in.
I asked because I'm seeing a door sealed with a lock. I don't like how you talk back. I'll be cutting off your salary.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Aren't you having too much fun with that? It shakes my heart even if it is a joke. Say, should we wait until night?
We can interfere with a distortion that's we can interfere with a distortion that's manifested this much already. Also, 62% lighter and 40% smaller. Hell yeah. Tiny and light.
What are we waiting for then?
Hold on, you shouldn't just barge into a closed-off section of someone else's mind. I walked up to the door and gently knocked on it. Soon enough, the door was unlocked. Let's get inside.
What did you just do? The entrance opened up on its own.
I simply showed courtesy. You told me not to use the ferry or anything, so all I could do was simply knock on the door. On the locked door.
Weird wording right there? Yeah, every once in a while there's a little bit of strange wording, but most of the time, it's alright. Tiny and light, just like you. No, I am big and heavy.
Trust me, I wish I was light. But no, I'm fucking gargantuan, dude.
A photo studio set up inside a wooden building. The whole building exudes the smell of hardwood, and large frames fill up the walls. Wow, it's much bigger on the inside? Now I see why you said it looks like a photo studio, Detective.
I guess it's visible to you now.
Could those photos on the walls be the missing people?
Perhaps. Every frame held a picture of corpses, various photographs of dead people. One common feature is that they had all died indoors. The room is... I guess those are normal heads. I saw the heads in the background here and I was like, oh no. Are those robot heads? Are we getting into N-Corp already? I don't think N-Corp's gonna show up here. I'm pretty sure N-Corp made its first appearance in Olympus, given how literally everyone's reaction to it was, oh fuck, N-Corp is terrifying. This room is breathing. I can feel its respiration, its beat. No one knows how many people this room has devoured. A dying elderly person sits before me, a lonely old person whose breath is fainter than the room's. Forgotten by others, this aged person has brought and taken in people. Oh no. Joel Fast. As the doddering one faded from everyone's memories, so too did the people they took in. Not a single person knows them. They were here, dying all alone. This place is a memorial. A person whose head turned into a camera greeted us from behind. Four lenses on... Oh. This place is a memorial. The person... the four lenses on their head had his rotated disorderly, fixing their gaze onto me. Yikes! Yikes! Surprised, Ezra fell to the floor. I remember each person in their photograph. I take pictures of them and frame them. Who are you? I'm a photographer. I believe I should be the one asking who you two are, in fact.
This is Moses the Distortion Detective, and I'm the talented sidekick, Ezra.
She speaks with confidence, revealing our identity so shamelessly.
We are fixers.
We are fixers. We actually got a request about recent cases of disappearance. So they do realize that some people have gone missing. What's the point of it all, though? They were already treated like invisible people even before they disappeared. Did you lure them here with free meals to kill them?
Did you lure them here with free meals to kill them?
Ezra questions the person while looking at them with suspicion. No, I didn't. I'm simply remembering the people who are bound to be forgotten, like Miss Agnes over there. I take pictures of them so they can be memorialized in this room. The old person standing before us must be Agnes. She's staring at the pictures hanging on the wall, letting out heavy breaths. Oh, I heard about this chapter? Uh-oh. There are so many people who die alone. I realized that as I worked, so I want to remember them.
What work? Kidnapping people?
No, not at all. My work was accompanied by an awful stench. When its neighbors report the smell, I go and retrieve the body.
So you were a mortician that usually dealt with people that died lonely deaths. Lonely deaths.
Yes, my work was to look for bodies in the streets of District 14 and direct funerals for them, as part of the welfare plans of N-Corp's nest.
N-Corp has welfare?
I've arranged funerals for 253 people, and not a single mourner showed up at all for at all of them. I decided to take one last photograph of the dead before I retrieved their bodies, so that I could remember them. Yeah, only for humans, apparently. I guess it makes sense. If you didn't have augments, it would track that they would be like, oh, you're chill, so like we'll give you welfare. Just don't get any fucking augments. So you weren't running this soup kitchen from the beginning? I got fired. N-Corp's Nest said they didn't need a useless undertaker like me. Funerals are for the living, after all. I'd meet the same fate since I don't have anyone to remember me. For a life to be meaningful, the memories have to be passed on somehow. So we've decided to remember each other. Remember that we existed and lived in the city. Honestly, I could get him basic prosthetics. Yeah, but then you fucking murdered. How dare you? You are distorted. What you've been doing is kidnapping people coming to your tent for free meals, nothing more. You aren't one to decide whether they'll die alone or not. But I think I side with being wigged out with the full body. Fair enough. But it's obvious. It's so apparent that they'll all die in their own rooms, abandoned and forgotten by all. We'll remember each other, and we'll be forgotten in peace. We have the right to not be neglected by everyone so ruthlessly. And rob the people who still do remember them of their memories? You just kidnap people who were in the same shoes as you, because you yourself were afraid of being forgotten. You took away their chances to be remembered. The lenses on their heads suddenly started rotating all of a sudden. I dodged to the side as soon as I heard the sound of something starting to run. Snap! I fell on my knees and faltered on the floor. My whole body feels numb and pain strikes my head. Detective! Stay away from the... Detective! Stay away from the lens. Don't let it take a full picture of you. The sound of the lens rotating and the film being reloaded can be heard. I love that it's actually like a film camera. That's pretty neat. When it takes a photo of someone, it draws out something from that person. I feel an acute twinge all over my body, as if numerous spikes were stabbing me. I remember a few that inflicted this kind of pain. Ezra, I'm putting up a smoke screen. Yes, Chief. I took out the smoke pipe from my coat and blew it out as hard as possible. Pshee! The smoke covers the whole room. Wee! Snap! The camera flash goes off in random directions with each snap. Sounds like black damage from Lobcore. Honestly, kinda. God, are they actually including... We haven't heard of the damage types since Lobcore. Like, Lobcore dealt with the 4 different damage types, and then that was, like, never brought in ever again. Interesting. Do we have any other descriptions of what the other damage types feel like vocally? There are a few basic descriptions. They do have red, white, black, and pale in the story. Huh. Alright. Detective, what are we gonna do now? The type that shouldn't be allowed to see. I mustn't let us contain it in us in its sight. What's in your bag today? The usual. Stigma Workshop sword, Alice Workshop gloves, Kuri gloves, Dester hammer, and throw the Kuri gloves at me. Got it! Only Ezra could see me through this thick smoke. A pair of sky blue gloves flew across the room, and I snatched them right away. I put on the gloves and slammed the wall with my hand. The wall begins to freeze over. Snap! Snap! I can search for specifics if needed. You don't need to. Well, apparently Pale attacks the soul directly. Ugh. Yeah, I believe it's red is physical damage, white is mental damage, black is both at the same time, and then pale is like soul damage. Percentage based. I took a deep breath through my pipe. The smoke that I'm gonna stop reading out the fucking sound effects. You guys know what's going on. The smoke that had filled the room is sucked back into the pipe. A shiny wall of ice reveals itself. Snap! Okay, I'll do that one. The lens flashed, taking a picture of its own reflection on the icy wall. Crack! The photographer fell down, cracks showing up on its head and lenses. You made others be forgotten because you didn't want to sink into oblivion alone.
Perhaps I was the one who had completely lost their chance to be remembered after all.
Soul damage, get a replacement. You might be able to in the city. You when someone chops 2% off of my soul, off of my being. When I just take fucking soul damage. At the wiki, it's very edgy when it uses to describe pale eternal death. An egg? Legacy is funny. Yeah, I've heard about Legacy Lobcourt. It's apparently a weird time. How many people have you locked in here?
57.
Can you recover them?
Yes, I can.
Then your life is spared at least. Bring them back now. But who will be there to remember me now? We will. Thank you. The photographer's head returned to normal, only a single eye retaining the shape of a lens. The studio regressed to a tent, now full of people. The distortion was solved. Hey, look, they undistorted him. We found the missing family member. He's the one, right? My client doesn't look happy. Oh, yeah. My father's back. No wonder I forgot. Well then, shall we transact the remainder? Ezra counted the money with a smile, while the client and her father headed back looking depressed. No one would have welcomed the outcome of this request. They'd have much preferred to just forget about the people who eventually made it back. They'd murmur to themselves about how they wished those people to disappear forever. I heard later that 58 people's worth of smoke quietly billowed out of the crematoriums in the back streets of N-Corp's Nest one day. I simply remember. Any subscriptions or financial support will be greatly appreciated and allow for more content to be created.
Just remember all, any subscriptions or financial support will be greatly appreciated and allow for more content to be made. You need to put a dividing dash or something in there. You can't just... Bro, come on. Apparently, oh god, how many people were in here? 57? Oh, and 58. Wow, did they just kill all of the fucking people that had vanished? Damn. That's kind of fucked up, gamer. I heard specifically that smoke line. They just jump up with a wooden sign. And I remember, hey, maybe pay money. They liked it better when they were gone, the city being the city, so they probably killed them and had them burned. Yay! What a fun time. What a fun place. Greetings, Dr. Moses. It's been a while. An unwelcome guest visited me. An associate fixture in Section 2 of the 7th Southern Branch, my former assistant, Hee Jun. Their eyes are just as arrogant as I remember. I'm not sure which one is speaking here. Must feel good to be playing in the big leagues way above me, doesn't it? Oh no, not at all. Hello, Hee-jun Seonbae! Ezra, you tactless dork. I hope you're I need to call someone a tactless dork again. Fucking, that shit good. I hope you realize how much they're looking down on us by now. What are you doing here, heading north all the way up here from the southern part of the city? It must be a complete mess down there with L-Corp collapsing. You're sharp as always, Doctor. I'm actually here because of that. What? I don't know who's fucking talking in these scenes, dude. Like, I'm just saying, dialogue tags exist for a reason. It's to help guide your fucking reader and to help them understand who is speaking in what situation. Like, fucking hell, man. Especially when you have 3 people in a conversation, you have to be really careful about this. By my estimate, I believe after this I have 10 or less runs for plushies. God bless, dude. I hope you get there. What? Look, I'm just too old to get myself involved with the wings. The distortion. You can. So this is the assistant. The distortion. You can still see it, right? I would have closed this office otherwise. And then that's Moses. We're just wait like 3 or 4 years for the DDVN. Like, I mean, that was the idea, but then people were like, yeah, read DD. People really want me to fucking read this. Ji-hoon really imagined a visual novel while writing this. Yeah, I think this is the downside of this, is that it's very like, it's got the trademark like quality PM setup and stuff. But man, the writing is rough because you can really tell that Ji-hoon is not used to writing, you know, non-VN stuff. You say the writing gets better, and I do believe that, but if we end at the point that Leviathan began, it's still not wonderful. I didn't say you should do it, just consistently tease it till you either read it or DDVN comes out. I mean, fair enough. I wonder how I appear to you, then. Snobby prick, always asking questions I'm not comfortable with. Well, your mouth is sewn up, it seems. Perhaps because it's actually going to be zipped up soon enough. I actually can't see their face at all other than their 2 eyes floating in the air. You haven't changed at all. But you need some funds. Do I look like I'm in a financial crisis? And why else would you be doing work as silly as the Distortion Detective? That's right, she still works for 7. I see, it's because you still can't forget about what you did back then. You still regret that, don't you? A bit of a fucking... It's a bit clumsy. It's a bit clumsy to just be like, yes, you have backstory things involved. Like, yes. I kind of gathered that this character is going to have a bit of a past. 71% bigger fish. Oh, good lord. Oh, foreshadowing. Kind of clumsy foreshadowing, but God bless. That's enough. Shut up, Hee-Jun Seonbae. Ezra grabbed Hee-Jun by the collar. Han Hee-Jun by the collar. The uncanny smile in their eyes. In their eyes, his still wouldn't go away. Let them speak on. Ezra and I were the only detectives to survive your rampage that day. You are essentially responsible for our lives, Doctor. What do you want me to do? Bite my tongue and die? Yeah, forced stumbling is kinda... what do you want me to do? Bite my tongue and die? I can't have you die on us so easily, no. You still owe us so much debt. Get to the point. Why did you come all the way out here from all the way here from the south? I want you to head down there for a while. The southern branch is dealing with troubling incidents that are suspected to be cases of the distortion. We need your ability, Doctor, and please stop with your shabby attempts to solve your cases. What we want is the distortion manifesting in its... Huh. Why? What we want is the distortion manifesting in its whole. Don't try to restore them, just leave them be until they fully distort. What, it's the 7 into human experiments now? I suppose you could put it that way. I reserve 2 warp Uh-oh. I suppose you could put it that way. I've reserved 2 warp tickets departing from N-Corp's nest in 2 months, so take the train and visit our associate office once that time comes. Oh, good! Good. I heard those are expensive. I hope they're first class! Is it a request directly assigned from the 7 Association? Yes, it's an urban ooh, shit. It's an urban nightmare class. You're free to deny it, of course. You don't care too much about belonging to associations after all, but you might be able to meet a certain person at the end of this request. Leave the tickets here and sod off. I look forward to seeing you, Doctor. Hee-Jun left, once again smirking with their eyes. Ezra, throw some salt out the door or something. We don't have any salt in the office, though. Should I go buy some? You know what? I gotta buy some. I knew this day would come. The office feels like a devastated war zone after that snob swept by. I keep smoking until the evening, fighting the memories of my past. Ezra, bring me a map of the city. Yes, Chief. But we don't have an officially printed map here. 1 sec, please. I'll try drawing one up. This isn't Limbus Company, of course. She's passionate in weird areas, and that's what makes her fit to be my assistant. Here, it's done. I made it using Picture Store. You call this a map? Well, it works. Huh. I love the OG city map, the original. What, the first map we got. Hold on. So I think some people thought this was, the Dark Forest, perhaps? What is this down here, too? And what are these around the city? That looks more like mountains than a forest to me, but also it's kind of hard to tell fucking anything from this. Also, apparently this is the train that just fucking cycles around the city. Shit. We live in District 14, which belongs to N-Corp's nest. Okay, so N-Corp's up here. Which makes it weird that they were all the way down here doing weird shit. At the time, we thought the ruins were around the city, not districts in turmoil. Are those districts in turmoil? Oh, no. I'd always just assume... So, it kind of makes sense for those to be the ruins, or the outskirts. And then the ruins are further out? I don't know.
It's unfortunate that they just don't fucking elaborate on this here. I also... Did Ji-Hyun make this in Paint? Like, did Ji-Hyun actually just make this in MS Paint himself? As a bit? Probably. Fucking hell, dude. We live in District 14, which belongs to N-Corp's Nest. Taking a warp train is the only feasible way to get to District 11 and K-Corp's Nest. I frankly want nothing to do with the white tie fixers in the south, but at the end of the day, I have no choice but to go. All because I committed an irreversible misdeed. 2 months later, huh? Hee-Jun Sonbei said this was related to L-Corp, then why aren't we just going straight to District 12 where L-Corp used to be? The first map of the city in MS Paint. God damn, dude. It is both, okay, good. They formatted this differently now. Good. I'm glad that they changed up the format for that at the bottom there, so it doesn't just run into the actual thing. I heard L-Corp's Nest has fallen into absolute anarchy. They probably called us to stay in a safe place that's relatively close to it. The warp platform in L-Corp's Nest likely stopped operating anyways. I have food. Congratulations. They're learning. Yup. I still think that what N-Corp does now wasn't the N-Corp of DD. We'll see. We don't really know anything about N-Corp and DD. Like, we have vague suggestions of what they're up to, but really nothing more than that. We don't even really have vague suggestions. We just know that they exist. Detective, are you really gonna drop solving distortions once we get there? Are we just going to kill them? That's not up to me to decide. It'll depend on the severity of the distortion. Next chapter? Oh god. What if we ran into a but what if we ran into a distortion that could be reversed if we tried? We can think about that later. There's still time, so let's do our work as usual for now. Got it! I'll fetch our next request. Any subscriptions or financial support will be greatly appreciated and allow for more content to be created. Insert YouTube button popping up here. Alright, moving on. Since apparently next chapter is big. It's important to note that N and Hammer don't make up all of N-Corp, just a smaller group. Oh, okay. It's been a week since Han Hee-Jun stirred up a storm in my head. There's no point in being ambivalent about going there. I know that I have no other option. What am I apologizing for then? Okay, see? We're already off to a better fucking start because they aren't doing double enter for the formatting on everything. Oh, okay, so Meru worked for N-Corp, but not Nagel and Hammer. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Detective, this request is about a high school. Oh no. Ezra spoke in a cheery tone as usual. A school? Was it requested by its faculty or the principal? I think those are the same thing. I think the principal is technically speaking part of the faculty of the school. No, this student here is our client. Hello, my name is Meryl. The girl shyly standing behind Ezra introduced herself. One of her legs is composed of numbers. What's your school? I'm not sure if a student from the back streets even has enough money to make a request to our office. There's more than one business in all of N-Corp. Deep lore. True, true. I mean, there was only one business in L-Corp, so... Detective, actually, she's a client. I mean, a student from a private high school inside N-Corp's... Okay, well, here we go. A student from a private school in the Nest. The allowance these kids regularly get from their parents should be more than enough to pay us. I'm willing to play with those rich kids in their little detective games, so long as the request fee is paid. Why do I imagine the client wearing a small mouse headband now? Listen. She's not, oh, what's her fucking name from GBF? I forget. This is the most interesting distortion? Oh shit. The main Limbus villains are N-Corp again, and the whole fact that there were no regular Abnos in Chapter 3 dungeon. Huh. So what problem does our young client want us to solve? Actually, something strange is happening in our school. An important exam is ahead of us, and everyone's on edge preparing for college admissions. All my homies hate N-Corp. I don't know, L-Corp could be selling clerk meat. True, true. You know what? I didn't think of that. High school students in the Nest should aim it for universities in the Nest as a matter of course. The college scholastic ability test held in many nests every year. This one exam determines a myriad of things. Getting low scores and going to a college in the backstreets won't do you any good. Entering any college in the nest is pretty much the baseline requirement for joining a wing. Oh, hold on. Plans on using NCorp next big content patch? Shifty eyes? Yeah, no, that would be absurd, right? Have no flavored clerks, lol, I'm out. What is playing right now? Oh, it's Poems of a Machine. I'm just gonna... I think we won't get... That's Gone Angels. That's not much better. Yeah, we'll do that one. Bam, bam, bam. Anyway, tip, tappity, tappity, tap. Dance the last dance. Alright, I'm gonna have to keep a fucking eye on the LOR music that's playing. Getting low scores and going to a college in the backstreets won't do you any good. Entering a college in the nest is pretty much the baseline recruitment for requirement for joining a wing. So the strange events happening in the school must be disturbing your studies, and you want us to resolve it, right? It's not just about my grades. My friends got weird. The whole school is weird. The students and the teachers too. We need you to let us know what kind of strange occurrences are taking place before we can be of any help. They won't go back home at all. The classes won't end. All of the students? Yes, all of them. What about you? Only I could escape. If I was in a have you read or watched the Monogatari series? DD for me feels heavily inspired for it. No, I haven't. I have both been interested in doing so because I do have a friend that swears by that series, and a little cautious about it because I'm also told that it's very I'm told that there's a few certainly interesting moments in it. Yeah, it's very, yeah. DD goes very JoJo's at the end. Love to see it.
Only I could escape. I was in a classroom when I came to my senses. It was past midnight. A teacher was watching us from the front of the class, and all my friends were absorbed in study, solving problems in workbooks.
More reason to watch it. That's not a reason to watch it. I don't want to see the toothbrush scene, y'all. I just don't. That shit's fucking weird, dude. The almost incest or almost pedophilia? Yes. I thought you meant other stuff. Yeah, no. Aren't parents worried about their children not coming back home? Ezra, oh, aren't parents worried about their children not coming back home? Ezra asked, confused by the apparent strangeness.
It's CSAT soon enough. Our school's average scores for the mock tests made the top 10 in our nest.
The parents must have been okay with however the school treated their kids as long as their grades were improving. Yay! How long has this abnormality been going on?
The last thing I remember before I lost myself was 2 months ago. It was the day when the school announced that they're making a scholarship class. They said students with the highest grade would be selected.
Distortion that has lasted for 2 months. We should go there and see what's going on ourselves. Ezra, we're heading into the nest.
Yes, Chief. I'll get the fixer license and the association certificate.
I don't really feel like staying in NCorp's nest any longer than necessary. A place full of buildings painted in pure white. I'd end up going crazy in no time if I lived there. Yeah, Monogatari is wild. Yeah. Not really my cup of tea. I'm throwing a ball at the fucking Onyx. Rocksnack. The squarish 5-story school building is also in white. Through the white gate is a white schoolyard. The school is dead silent. Then something foreign catches my eye. A red number floating on the rooftop of the school. 5. What the fuck? Yeah, I've been told for the most part that Monogatari is very, very good. You know what? If I'm content enough to watch fucking, Mushoku Tensei, I should be pretty fine to watch Monogatari. That's another one of those series that's like, wow, this is absurdly well written, but also why? Buildings painted in white, the stages in C3 get covered in white.
Meryl, what is that? Meryl, no, Meryl, what is that number on top of the school building? That shows how many days are left until this year's final mock exam.
Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. It's a very, very well-written series with some very, very weird shit in it. It's another one of those series that it completely makes sense if you can't get through it for the weird shit. It's painted in a menacing blood red.
But detective, the number's white, just like the rest of the school, though?
It's a distortion. Red liquid drips from the number sign. Are there any procedures for us outsiders to take before entering?
There are, but I don't think anyone cares right now.
When we enter the school building, a noise can be heard. Scritch, scratch. The noise grows louder and more frequent. It hurts my head. What is this grating noise?
It's the sound of students in each class solving problems on worksheets. They press the pencils against paper so hard when they write.
Until Limbus, there was a theory that N-Corp would distort into An Orlando, because we don't know much about what how much of what Moses sees is real.
Oh, that's true.
Huh. That's fair. That's a very interesting way of making this, because you kind of can't trust much of what goes on here. And then a bongy plushie hops up the empty hallway. My beloved. I look through the windows of a class designated 1-7. 40 students had their heads fixed inches above their desks, only their hands moving briskly.
What do those students look like to you, detective?
Amalgamations of numbers in school uniform.
Yeesh, that means the distortion has progressed by a lot, right?
They're pretty much distorted already.
What do you mean? Oh.
Millie warning.
Millie warning. I am fire, and there's who dare to care for me.
That means the strange events you described are happening in real life. Something showed up from the end of the corridor. It was a moving wall, big enough to blockade the corridor completely. Warning, warning, students who do not study will face disciplinary action.
Detective, it's a distortion. I can see it too.
A formula is written on the wall, a distortion made of math problems. This world is never short of oddities, isn't it? This one seems to be a calculus problem. Ezra, can you solve that problem for us?
No.
Why did I even bother asking? Accounting is the only kind of calculation she's good at. What about you? What about you, Meryl?
Well, I'm more of a humanities major.
The fact that they even have humanities majors in the city is shocking to me. Behind us is a dead end. We have to break through anyhow. All we have to do is solve that math problem on the wall, but no one is up for it. Guess it's up to me now. I took out my ballpoint pen and wrote down an answer on the approaching wall. Wrong answer. You will attend supplementary lessons now. Honestly, of Millie music, I adore Summoning 101, even though I have no clue if it's connected to a game or just its own thing. Never heard it. I've only ever really heard the Millie stuff that's connected to Project Moon content. Knew it. The wall pressed against us. So this is how it ends. I should get someone smarter to be my assistant next time. My consciousness fades. That was fast as fuck. When I woke up, I found myself sitting at a desk in a classroom. 101 is its own thing. Wearing the school's uniform. Students around me are still busy solving problems on the worksheets. How much time has passed? A red number 30 floats in the air of the class. The last one I saw read 5. Does that mean we traveled back to the past? Could this be a case of the distortion that can reverse the flow of time? A sudden burst of force pressed my head from behind. My face was slammed right into the desk. Solve the problems, an oppressive voice ordered me. I skimmed through the worksheet on my desk. 17. Blending 3 humans in a mixture generates 10 units of energy. Given these conditions, what is the optimal solution to dismember 2 humans to generate 15 units of energy? Chio wants to be an artist. The wing they have decided they has to go to does not need any artists. Given these conditions, how many dreams should they kill? Oh, Millie alarm? Yeah, Millie alarm about a minute into the fucking thing. Oof. I only saw it later. Pre-script math problems. How prophetic, reading out the value of E. There it is. Wall started talking. It's a distortion. Really? Why am the boss here and you? Obviously the most skilled detective. E. There's a cube composed of minuscule humans. The cube factory must meet a certain quota each day. An eyeball can be squeezed for a hexagon. When O is the outer center of the left eye, how many right eyes are needed to make a cube with side lengths that are 4 meters long? A distorted school giving out distorted problems. They must constantly print out meaningless problems that'll be solved without any significance. Ooh, detective. I have no idea what any of these problems say. Ezra's seat was right next to mine. She's looking at me, her face on the verge of tears. I barely lift my head and look at the number again. 17. So that was in minutes, not days. Oh no! Let's wait until the exam starts. Just write down random things on the worksheet for now. Got it. My voice could be heard again.
You have 10 minutes until the mock exam starts. You must strive to solve as many problems as possible. This is all for the sake of your future. The problems you solve now will be your weapons later in life.
The number reached 0. Ding dong, ding dong.
A body has been discovered!
Yes, I'm doing it every time.
Commencing the mock exam.
With that announcement, the school crumbled. All that remained were the students on a white plane. Then a tall staircase rode from the middle of the field. A trophy was placed on top of it. The exam has begun. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Fucking, we're dear God, the mod has this fight in it. Oh no. Oh God, it's Fall Guys. Yo, Battle Royale?
Wow, detective, is this the Distortion 2?
I can't believe this. It's Fall Guys. I could not do it for the life of me. Oh no. It seems it's time to update my information on the distortion phenomenon.
Keep it together, detective. We gotta run for now.
If only my exams were like this. Yup. It appears that a massive world of its own can be created when the interests and desires of a large group of people coincide. This is my first time seeing a distortion occur like this. Mass distortion. This entire school is distorted. No, it's not the school building itself. Every student in it is distorted. All the students run toward the staircase trying to climb up it. Some try to nail down the students ahead of them, while others push away the students behind them. The numbers add and subtract each other. They multiply and divide by each other. Decimal points pour out of their bodies. This is a war zone for a very vicious battle. A war where everyone recognizes each other as numbers. No other words are needed. In this scene of numerical violence, they must add to themselves and divide others. The problems they've solved so far become weapons to kill each other. When a student assaults another with numbers, the numbers on the victim's head fall off. The number students won't attack us. Perhaps lowly numbers sitting at the bottom of the staircase like us aren't worth their attention.
Hey fixers, I'm up here!
It's Meryl. Her distortion progressed much more in the short span of time we were separated from her. She was already halfway to the top of the stairs.
Meryl, you should come back down here,
Ezra yelled.
Meryl, there's no reason to climb those stairs. This is a war, a gamble, fighting against each other with knowledge and grades on the line. If you don't climb those stairs, you'll be safe from it. No, I'll stay here. We all agreed on this to decide who gets to advance to the scholarship class.
Meryl replied, killing other students.
You're taking part in this massacre? I'm already halfway there, though. I can go further.
A 7 struck Meryl's head out of nowhere. The numbers in Meryl's head scattered about as she fell to the floor. Thud, thud, thud. I could hear the sounds of numerous students hitting the floor, the noises of students killing each other. Ezra had turned away from the sight, looking at the floor. I silently continued to watch the staircase. A student with a giant number for a head reached the top of the stairs at last.
The exam is over. Knowledge and grades will be redistributed to students based on how high they are on the staircase. The top 20% will be designated as the scholarship class and receive the honor of representing our school.
With a flash, the school returned to normal. The students were all in their seats as if nothing had happened. I could see Meryl among them.
Meryl, are you alright?
Ezra ran toward Meryl to check on her. Meryl gave us a blank stare, muttering meaningless words.
She's had everything taken from her.
This is absurd. There's a consequence of Meryl's own choice, own choice of his. There's no need for you to feel guilty about it. I'm pretty sure Meryl was a girl.
But
let's just head back. And that's how Cromer was born. God help us.
We couldn't solve this distortion.
We can't expect to solve every problem in the world. I took out my pipe from its inner coat pocket. Why are people all so irrational? They're all too extreme. They distort because their minds are driven into a corner. This impatience leads to leaps in their logic. 40% of this school's graduates are said to be living in seclusion, having failed to enter any college. However, the scholarship class demonstrated an unprecedented amount of successful admissions to prestigious universities, bringing the school fame and many more inquiries for entrance.
The students who have successfully climbed up the stairs killing each other will grow into the feathers of the wings. Fluttering those wings, the city soars. Any subscriptions or financial support will be greatly appreciated and allow for more content to be created. Bro. You were doing so well. Just make it bold. Fuck. That's a good thing, a good way to end on. There's the funding jump scare again. Ah! Money! Ah! Absolute mood. Decent chapter. A very good look at the whole, you know, hey, school sucks kind of vibe, which, you know, definitely not the newest thing to be saying, but presented in an interesting way. The one on top will be a really gold clerk. Yup. We have 1 month until we leave for District 11. I've accepted taking Han Hei-jun's offer to be an effective truth at this point, and I imagine it will be a long trip. We might never come back even. We're stopping at the Workshop Boulevard today. That means we can also eat outside, right? We're not going there for leisure. I know. Our purpose of visit is to request the workshops for the equipment and gadgets we need in our office, Ezra spoke with excitement. This could be our very last chance to... This could be our very last chance to shop. I know that too. We gotta leave in a month. God damn it. I hate the lack of dialogue tags. The lack of dialogue tags really fucking throws me. I know that too. We gotta leave in a month. You can stay here if you want to. I just can't let you eat all of the treats down there by yourself though. I'm assuming that's Ezra. Ah, this is just the lobby theme. Good enough. The workshops in the boulevard treat various necessities and supplies as well as equipment for fixers. Therefore, it's important to pick the right workshops according to your needs. Of course, workshops try to advertise themselves as well. Some become known through word of mouth. Despite how complicated it can be to navigate the products at a workshop, I don't expect any effort towards looking for adequate workshop goods myself. Expend. Jesus. My assistant Ezra here is a maniac for workshop products. She seems to have a peculiar tendency to prefer more expensive workshops, but she does a lot of research on various gears and gadgets, and the ones she purchases end up being quite reliable. So she's pretty much stuffed her personal collection of gadgets in the dimensional bag by now. Detective, the workshops I frequent are all sold out or out of request slots. I wonder what's up. I don't know. Maybe the fingers are out wreaking havoc on some place we haven't seen. So have you failed to get any of the equipment we wanted? Yepper, I have. We're not gonna get the gadgets in time if I request for them any later. Ezra mumbled. I walked the streets, believing that things will work out anyhow. I wonder if that's because low-tier fixers are like getting geared up to try and go and fuck up the library. Detective, behind us. Yes, a bunch of nuisances are after us. Could they be from a syndicate? Maybe an office of fixers? Or perhaps a wing? Whichever they may belong to, they're all essentially the same. They want to extract information from me. Well, to have a friendly chat with the fellows following us into the streets like this, we need to go deeper into the alleys. We slowly walked through the complex alleyways, intertwined like a maze. Steel doors are lined up on the walls, guarding residences that don't appear to be well maintained. The time is noon. The noise of pedestrians fades away, while the footsteps of our pursuers become louder. We've arrived at a dead end, an empty lot. This is our favorite spot for conversations, an obscure corner in the streets with no witnesses. And even if a witness were to exist, they wouldn't be able to go anywhere from here. Damn, they are straight up about to fucking kill this person. Or kill these goobers. Do we know the time frame between the pianist and Lolan entering the library? It was a while. Lolan did, like, go on a warpath for a while. I don't know that we know an exact time period, though. Now what could you be wondering about, friends? So much as to follow us all the way out here? Sorry, just double checking, making sure the music is alright. I took out my pipe from its inner coat pocket and held it between my lips. There's a lot of people. I'm seeing around 30 of them. Jesus, that's a lot. Hi, Brandon, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day, my guy. They're all wearing green suits. The Distortions doesn't seem too bad. All of them are holding weapons like bats and knives. One in a green fedora walks up to us and starts speaking.
Are you Moses, the fixer from Cookie Street? Why the fuck? Project Moonwind City lore. Yeah! Project Moonwind time frame. Ugh. Yes, I am, I answered with a smile. Also, what the fuck do you mean the Distortion Detective lives on Cookie Street? Man, I'm gonna crumble with this shit. That's fucking ridiculous. We'd like to purchase that long smoking pipe you're carrying. This was unexpected. Somebody already has intel on my pipe. For how much? For how much? Ezra asks with sparkling passion in her eyes. 100 million ad. Hey, this thing's worth at least 500 million. There's no way we're negotiating for a price that low, right, detective? It's next to Cake Circle. Yup. Are they neighbors to the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! Ezra said in a rather disappointed tone. Not even 500 million on could buy it. This is essentially part of me, you see. I never fathomed the idea of selling it to anyone. Who told you about this pipe, by the way? Not the gumdrop buttons! That's unfortunate. We were looking forward to a graceful trade. The one in the fedora walked back and blended into the group. Ezra, can you handle them all on your own? Yes, Chief! Ezra yelled as she put her dimensional bag on the ground. Street combat loadout. It's the tax gators. Oh, fuck. It kinda is, though. In response to Ezra's command, the Nestor hammer flew into her hand as she got equipped with Alice Workshop gloves. I'm assuming that might be Atlas. Yo, actually, is that a Sherlock Holmes reference? Detective Baker Street? Shit, it might actually be. Are these two just Holmes and Watson? Watson, but he's a big kawaii anime girl that beats the shit out of people, and Holmes, but... You know? There's not a whole lot of difference here, as far as I can tell. Not a drug addict, for one, as far as I'm aware. Holmes-sama! Cursed content. In response to Ezra's, to Atlas Workshop gloves, Holmes, but... The group of 30 people started charging us all at once. Ezra blocks off the crammed passage to the empty lot by herself as she takes on the gang one by one. Alice Workshop gloves can accelerate the movement of her hands by 5 times the velocity. I feel like Seonbae. Oh yeah. Home Seonbae! And not chronically depressed, if I remember right. Yet. Wait, is... Honestly, fucking... Moses feels chronically depressed. Yo, is that a Library of Ruina reference? Yo, are we referencing a library? Let's go. One idiot taking on an entire gang. I mean, it's not a reference. Activating the glove, she swings her Nestor hammer, a small one-handed hammer suited for combat in confined spaces such as the alleyway we're in right now. Nails applied. The hammer is capable of delivering impact to a large area of the object its head comes into contact with. When the Nestor hammer hits one hoodlum in green with such accelerated force, it punches a wide hole through his chest. Her. Shrugs as was referencing Sherlock Holmes, actually. I mean, Sherlock Holmes was pretty fucking depressed, too. I think both of them were depressed. The public library exists. Yo, they made LOR reference IRL? Holy shit. I mean, I'm like, one of the jobs that I'm applying for right now is librarian, so God help me. The power of depression. She violently swings her other hand to crush the jaw of another ruffian rushing at her. She breaks the bones and smashes the flesh of one mobster at a time, but not even her superior physique could impede all of them from getting through the passage. Most of all, Ezra is not being serious in the first place. Please take care of the ones I missed, Detective. I'm cutting your salary. What? I let out a crimson red breath. The smoking pipe emitted a scarlet glow before assuming the shape of a sword. I grabbed its handle and prepared to talk. I positioned myself and stabbed the bundle into the neck of a thug running at me. With elegance and composure in every step, I puncture a red hole in the body of each gangster coming at me. The strong scent of blood soon filled the alleyway and the lot. You about to go throw hands with bookkeeper IRL? Stress-powered light bulb? Nah, depression-powered detective. You love to see it. You love to see it. No, the stress-powered people are the ones whose head exploded earlier. Jesus. Detective, that fedora guy is trying to run away. Ezra yelled at me, her body covered in blood. I do love me some Bloodborne. I breathed a violet breeze into my pipe. The pipe began flailing around as it elongated. It soon shifted into a whip with purple thorns growing out of it. I lashed out my pipe to snatch the ankle of the person in the fedora. They stumbled and fell flat on their face into a pool of blood. Ezra drags the fallen mobster and drops them in front of me. Tell me, who gave you the information about my pipe? I was trying to avoid using it too often so I wouldn't draw unnecessary attention. The floor of murder mystery, patron librarian Moses, black damage. OMG, there's even a pipe. Yeah, no, wait, hold on. If Moses... Actually, important question. Is Moses a dude or a lady? I've always referred to Moses as a woman, but every once in a while they get pronouns screwed up in this. We also have pain-powered time clock. Me. She's a lady? Okay. I may go a little softer on the voice then. Pretty sure they're a girl. Got it. Hag. Small lass. Lady. Overwhelmingly lady response. Got it. I'm afraid I cannot say. Ezra, go have some nice heart-to-heart talk with this fellow. Leaving the interrogation to Ezra, I smoked alone in the empty lot. Lassitude. Waifu. Not so long after, Ezra came back with the person whose face was now mashed pretty badly. Detective, this one seems to have a lock on their brain or something. I can't get them to spill the beans no matter what I do. I lifted the head of the mobster and took a look at the back of their head. The tiny logo of J-Corp is branded on it. Indeed, it's locked with a singularity. The client must have spent quite a bit of money. Still, there's a way as long as it's not the more expensive type. I exhaled a white puff through the pipe. The smoke coils around the... Actually, you're right. She does seem to be using the different colors of damage. Where the red one was red damage, the black one was black damage, and this is white damage. Huh. Lady. She does have 50 and past years, so... MILF? I mean, she doesn't have any kids. Does she have kids? Oh, no. Now take a deep breath in. They began to tremble as they inhaled the smoke. What commander is she running? Let's see. Well, we've seen her use red, black, and white, so she's running Mardu. So hopefully the Mardu commander. Oh, I also got magic cards when we went to the local board game bar, Brandon, and I got the sickest fucking... I got a card that I really want to make into a commander, and I got fucking Atraxa, the like super nice, like one of the most popular commanders because it's 4 colors with like 4 really good keywords and it proliferates at the end of each turn in like the foil New Capenna card art, and it looks so good, dude. I am curious on what they will employ for Pale. Yeah, we haven't seen Pale yet. And unfortunately, it's only like $16, but I'm gonna hold on to it because that's a really nice card, like just aesthetically. Sorry, brief Magic the Gathering discussion. You're not acting on your out of your own will anymore. You're obeying my will. The lock will obstruct your thoughts no longer. They slowly began to speak at last. Yuria Atelier wanted to study the mechanisms of that pipe. Say it's okay for us to kill as long as we brought the thing. Ezra's eyes were wide open, shocked by what she just heard. Ezra, do you know anything about Yuria Atelier? I mean, I know that they apparently sound exactly like fucking Yorha. Still don't know what that is. I have derailed once again. Next page. I like Magic the Gathering, but bounced off it because my friends have no humanity at all. Yeah, that's rough. Wait, they reprinted Atraxa for New Capenna. So I got March of the Machine cards, and March of the Machine has a handful of reprinted cards in the areas that they go and invade, or in the planes that they're originally from. So they sent Atraxa to go fuck up New Capenna, and so we got an Atraxa New Capenna, like, I don't remember what there's a specific, Art Deco? It's the Art Deco style. And so it looks fucking fantastic. We can go pull it up in a bit. Anyway, of course, it's a premium workshop only accessible to people with their membership. It's probably one of the 10 workshops, one of the top 10 workshops in District 14, I think. The workshop maniac's eyes sparkled as she gave me the explanation. Then why couldn't we join that membership? The conditions are a bit tricky. I don't think they'll accept us. You want to study the mechanisms of my smoking pipe, huh? I'm interested in learning how this thing works as well. Do you think that workshop could provide us with the gear we need?
Yeah, you bet! They most certainly have the skills.
Ezra, lead me to this Uria atelier. Let's say hello to whoever tried to get us killed and take this thing with us, a thug with us just in case. And then no shilling this time. Unfortunate. I'm gonna take 2 seconds to run to the restroom. I will be right back. We're probably only gonna go for a little bit longer, maybe like 1 or 2 more chapters. But I'm having fun. This is pretty good. I will be right back. Wait, hold on. We had Traumatized Psychic Spiral Mill, Consuming Aberration Mill, Traumatized Mill, and a Burn Deck. Jesus. Yeah, I'm good, dude. I'll fucking pass, my guy. That fucking sucks. That's too much, man. There is a Uria reference in Library. I'm not certain. The 3 friends had 7 copies of Traumatized between them. This is why I play Commander, y'all. This is why I only play Commander, my guy. That shit is, having multiple copies of a card is cringe. Highlander is the way to go. Anyway, I'm gonna BRB. Sorry about that. I was running to the restroom. Hello. Oh god. A discussion about magic? All my friends only could play Commander 2. Mood. We occasionally play Commander via TTS in the Discord. I'm DMing Word the anniversary illustrations as he goes through this. Yeah, I saw that. Those were fucking cool. I had a decent mid-range power deck for the people I was playing with. It was a heavy scaling based mono white Elspeth deck. Nice. It was like the exact middle of the group. I could beat my deck. If you could beat my deck, you could play with the people who had like well-constructed decks, or the one guy who brought some kind of infinite deck each week. God. There's mostly a lot of good stuff in that heavily bloated deck, all contributing towards healing, token creature generation, and mass +1/+1 counterspam. So I see you two had the middle school experience. Yup. Wasn't all bad. One vacation, I literally got one pack of cards from a store and got my win condition against all those fucking mill idiots I call my friends. Soul of Theros from the discard pile, 6 mana to give +2/+2 to my hold field, first strike and lifelink. They mill half my deck, I OTK them next turn with Theros ability based. The payback is spicy. That is pretty fucking good. They also had the fun time where I both did and healed literal millions of damage in one turn because exponential non-infinite multipliers, oh my god. When I say my deck had heavy scaling, I meant it. Cathar's Crusade is a hell of a drug. Hit him with the calculus power curve, my guy. Hold on, this is the card that I was referencing. Fucking Atraxa Praetor's voice, dude. This card is filthy. Hold on. Let's get the camera. Configure video. Camera control. It's been a minute since I've had to change camera focus for card game stuff. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this. It's so beautiful. It's a fucking 4/4 flyer for green, white, blue, and black that has flying, vigilance, death touch, and lifelink, and at the end step you proliferate. It's free as fuck. It actually costs nothing. I look away for 20 minutes and you're doing a pack opening. No, I opened the pack while I was at the local board game bar, and I got that card, and it's like, oh my god, it is foil mythic alt art. Like, ooh, ooh. You love to see it. I also got Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, in the unique Theros aesthetic. Which might actually be the more expensive card. But the other card that I got that was the build-around card that I want to do is Teysa Karlov, who is a 2 white-black advisor for 2/4. If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers at additional time. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. So it's basically an aristocrat stack, essentially, where you just get a whole bunch of dudes, get a whole bunch of things that die, things that care about dying, and then kill the horde that you've got, and then let them just fucking go in and murder the shit out of everyone. I had a mono blue gimmick deck that had Proliferate in it. It was literally just a support deck that had a whole bunch of stupid blue shit, and just stupid shit in general. I mean, all of blue shit is stupid, so be like that sometimes. Okay. Let's get back to, let's read our last couple chapters, and then I'm gonna dip for now. Moses' office. They handle mysteries and unsolved cases. Name, Moses. Moses. Good. Age 49, gender female, affiliation 7 associates, grade 5 fixer, about 5'1". God, she's tiny. Hobbies are closing her eyes and indulging in deep thought and cleaning her smoking pipe. I do love that pipe. Her specialties are concentration and quick wits. Her birthday is November 30th. Her likes are tobacco, spending time calmly immersed in thought, and her dislikes are whiners, impatient people, and noise. Noise. Yeah, she is tiny. I love her. Holy shit. She's got so many little stickers on her. That's so fun. This is just Dawn level 2. I would say past 50 years old. Yeah, no, she's at the older end of things. I need Ezra and Dawn to meet. Oh yeah, Proto Dawn. 28 years old, girl, 7 association affiliated. Grade 3 fixer. Wow, so she's actually a higher grade of fixer than Moses. That's interesting. Height is 6'2". Mommy. Collecting workshop. Her hobbies are collecting workshop weapons, snacking on cookies while the detective isn't looking. Her specialties are request-free negotiations and hectic brawling. Her birthday is January 27th. What was November 30th? Her likes are expensive and powerful weapons, sweets such as sugary coffee and cake, small animals, houses, ham pang pangs, mustard sandwiches. Her dislikes are waiting for Moses to finish thinking, it's understandable, and flowers because she's allergic to them. I love her. I love her. Ezra and Dawn would be the very best friends. I hope we one day get a Distortion Detective crossover event in Limbus, because that would be sick as fuck. She's tall, likes weapons, and is a brawler. Literally my fucking dream woman. Let's go. This is a good chapter to stop on. Before or after? Like, this is a good chapter to finish on? After? Got it. That sounds like a plan. Oh, it's Spina Battle. I thought I heard a different thing. This is where the mod ends too. Got it. All right. Before or after the Wonder Lab crossover where we fix Cat's distortion? God, I hope. I hope we see her again. Ezra leads the way, carrying the fedora mobster on her shoulder. She seems excited to visit the esteemed workshop she's never gotten to enter before. The mobster with a smashed face tries to negotiate with us. Hey, don't take me to Uria, please. She's gonna use me as a test subject, I'm sure of it. Should we really care for the well-being of a croak who tried to kill us? Yeah, just kill me now. I'd rather die here than be brought to that sick bastard. All the more reason to take you to her, then, I answered, smoking from my pipe. Whoa, I used to just take a peek at this place when I walked by, and now we finally get to see what's inside. We will totally not mistake her as an Abno and Lobcorp branch. God, please no. Please don't do it. Please don't do us like this. Is this the place? Seems pretty small for a renowned workshop. A square building about 3 meters tall stood by itself at the center of the street. The small letters written on the workshop door read, Uria Atelier. Under that was a kind of instruction that read, please knock only if you are a part of our membership. All Limbus, Wonderlab, and DD joined forces to get to the library. That would be based. Just a crossover to reach the library, and then fucking last game is playing as the head, trying to manage the city as the library begins launching assaults. I'm sure that the Before team has Inkafallen reading equipment and can tell a party laughed at Everlasting is a distortion. That would track. I always forget the Before team exists. I read in a catalog that Uria Atelier is run by one person. I think that's why it's so small. I assume it only produces goods in small quantities then? That's not the case, actually. I heard the workshop values both quality and quantity. That's rather suspicious, but before that, how do we get in here now? Yeah, because we killed them. God, I love this theme, dude. This theme is so good. I could have Ezra break through a door of this size, but as with most things in the city, you should never judge something by looks alone. The door could very well be armed with some foolhardy security device that melts whoever touches it without authorization. Hey Fedora, how do I get into this workshop? You gotta have the membership. Well, do you have it? Our syndicate took on jobs so that we could get it. How did you meet Uria then? How did you meet Uria then? Detective! Actually, Uria Atelier chooses its own clients. The workshop sends membership invitations to potential patrons, and we haven't gotten anything yet. Oh god, if we play against the library, PM might have to make a librarian for every Abno. I honestly just want to see their designs. Yeah, that would be pretty based. What kind of stupid criteria makes this fedora-wielding moron eligible and not us? You tell me. Fedora, go open that door. What? No way! Who knows what kind of security system it might have? How about this then? If you do as I say, I won't hand you over to Uria. You promise? Sure. Fedora walks over to the door. They broke into a cold sweat, hesitating to touch the door before finally reaching out to the door handle. Nothing happens yet. They turn the handle and slowly pull it. The door opens, revealing a staircase leading underground. It seems to go pretty deep down. I knew the workshop couldn't be this small.
Wow, detective, I guess the real workshop is down there.
Am I free now? Take the lead. Damn it. We walked downstairs. Tremors could... I just saw the Pokemon that got away.
Yes, I'm a very scary man, very evil. Go get them, spoink.
Go watch Dogs in Love if you haven't. It's a Jello Apocalypse video and is one of my favorite fucking YouTube videos out there. That shit is funny. We walked downstairs. Tremors could be felt coming from below. My instincts tell me that this is no ordinary quiver. Something is approaching us quickly.
Detective, what's that?
Actually, what is that? A boar? A bear? A giant creature running towards us?
It's a teddy bear, so cute!
Ezra gleefully spoke with a twinkle in her eyes. What it's about to do to us doesn't seem very cute. A giant teddy bear charged at us on all fours. Is it part of this workshop security system? Curious. Or perhaps it's... Ezra, stop that thing.
Yes!
This...
I know it's probably not, the Hug, the bear that's on Malkuth's floor, but it's odd that we're running up against something up like that here, because this is distinctly similar. The teddy bear swung its paw at the Fedora mobster in front of us, removing the upper half of their body in one clean sweep. Spicy fists mode!
Ezra equipped Namir workshop gauntlets on both of her hands.
Boom!
The impact of Ezra clashing with the teddy bear sent a shockwave through the basement. Ezra's body is augmented through an expensive and unusual procedure. I must say that teddy bear is impressive in its own right for enduring her sheer strength.
Hurrah!
With a shout, Ezra pushed the bear away and activated her gauntlets. G-Corp Singularity is applied to Namir Workshop's gauntlets. The weight of the sphere embedded in the center of the gauntlets can be freely controlled. Ezra raised the weight of her gauntlets and punched the rushing teddy bear in the head. Poof! With a loud noise, the cotton stuffing burst into the air. Ezra's fist ripped a large hole in the teddy bear's head. She continued to pummel the bear with both her hands, punching even more holes in the teddy bear's body. Cotton stuffing exits the bear and fills the air with each hit, until the bear was torn beyond recognition.
Huh. I did a good job, right?
Ezra spoke triumphantly. You did indeed. The fact that the teddy bear had nothing but cotton inside of it still bothered me.
Yeah, that's...
weird. Do. Fucking love this theme. NetSock's fucking battle theme 3 is so good. Going further down, we arrived at a large corridor, and what awaited there caught us by surprise. This place is a real piece of work. No wonder we couldn't be invited to that membership.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this much.
The whole workshop is a distortion. Teddy bears of various sizes are moving diligently. This place is like an automated factory. Whoever is running this factory should be avoiding us if they know anything about the work we do. They're using the distortion to operate their workshop, so they obviously wouldn't want it to be solved.
They're still cute, though.
For you, maybe. At least you have the strength to fend off those teddy bears if they tried to kill you. Walking past the industriously working teddy bears, we reach the end of the corridor. A big workbench is placed there. Other than its enormous size and the use of too many vibrant colors, it appears to be a regular workbench. And someone is standing before it as if she were waiting for us the whole time.
Oh my gosh, Yuria!
Ezra hopped up and down in excitement. She then took something out of her bag and approached Yuria with a loping stride. What is she trying to do?
Autograph this book for me here, please.
Ezra pleaded, bowing her head.
I've been collecting autographs of workshop meisters in this book, you see.
Yuria approached me, paying absolutely no attention to Ezra.
You must be Moses. You must be Moses. I was eagerly waiting for you. And your pipe, too.
Yuria spoke in a youthful voice, a clear and bright voice. The gleam in her eyes was different from Ezra's. Dawn mode engaged, indeed.
There's plenty of workshop equipment that you can change from, that can change form. But that pipe of yours is fundamentally different. I'm sure you're aware of it. It even modifies one's physical makeup without any surgeries or procedures. When did you get that pipe? How did you learn to use it? I've been looking for such an object for so long. I know, right? Detective Smoking Pipe is so mysterious, right?
Ezra chimed in, quickly shoving her booklet back into the bag with her face turning red. How distracting. I never quite expected the talented Meister to be such an arrogant chatterbox. She is not the kind of person I want to be entangled with.
You know the Red Mist? Legendary fixer?
Oh. Is it an ego?
You know the Red Mist, the legendary fixer? Yeah, I met her a couple of times. The Red Mist's fabled tales of heroics weren't born of nothing. The weapon she used to brandish and the clothing she used to wear were actually the same sort of equipment as the smoking pipe you're using. Bada bing, it is an ego. Oh, that was backwards a little bit. Also, she met, Kali? Huh. Yuria paused for a moment. I'm sure you can feel it too, maybe vaguely. That smoking pipe resonates with your emotions. She's right. This pipe is nowhere as simple as the likes of a mechanical arm that moves according to command. It resonates with my feelings, as if the pipe is part of me. I've been running this workshop not just to earn cash, but to gather information from the area around me. All the places I've been to were busts. But look at this. Bzz. A video starts playing from the screen behind Yuria. It's footage of us fighting syndicate gangs in the empty lot earlier today. Astonished, Ezra covered her mouse with her hands. Recorded footage? You have the audacity to break the... Recorded footage? You have the audacity to break the taboo of District 14? Are young people these days all... No, wait, that might be... Are young people these days all bold and brash like you? More like belong in the trash. Yuria went on without a care for our reactions. Behold your graceful maneuvers and this elegant smoke. I'm about to fall in love. My expectations were right. Moses, you're the one I've been looking for. Scratch that and just tell me, do you know how my pipe works or not? No, I don't. Not yet, anyways. Though I can try to study it now, perhaps I could even improve it into something greater. If we work together, of course. She is a nuisance for sure, but I need to learn more. I need to know more about this power given to me. Ah, okay, so that's how you do some decent foreshadowing. So, how are you trying to study it? By looking into your mind. I'll need to know you. It takes time to get to know each other. How's this sound, Moses? Are you prepared to show me your heart? Detective, do you really trust her? I mean, she sounds so suspicious. Ezra yelled in panic. Moses, you're going to trust me no matter what. I know you can see it. Right. What can I do for you, then? I answered softly. Detective! Ezra was desperate to make me reconsider. Yuria slowly walked towards me and whispered into my ears. I'll be your assistant. I want to watch you from up close. I'll make gear and equipment just for you. Oh, no, that's just binary 3. Also, you can open up your heart to me. Yuria smiled. I put my hand on my forehead for a moment. This reminds me of some unpleasant memories of the past. I remember meeting someone just like her. I had no other option then, and I have no other option now. The lifeline that descends upon me when there's no way out. The rope I must hold on to. These are the only kind of opportunities that ever come to me. Ezra, we're going back to the office. Yes, Chief. With Yuria. Empty a storage room for her. What? Yuria followed right behind me, while it took Ezra a moment to get moving. The storage room in our office was remodeled into Yuria's personal space. She promised to make equipment for us under one condition. That we take her with us whenever we set off to solve cases. Detective, it's so weird. Why aren't you solving your distortion? She broke the taboo of the district, too. Ezra complained as she stuffed Ham Pang Pang's mayonnaise-flavored sandwich in her mouth. I'm simply making use of Yuria's strengths, and I have you to count on, so don't worry. I soothed Ezra. I imagine she's going to be sulky for a while. I, Moses, have no trust in other human beings. I do not trust the words of Yuria, a stranger. I simply trust my eyes. She is not distorted. I do not see any distortion from Yuria. Ooh. Ooh. What did they mean by this? Hey, yo. Okay. 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 And that's where we end off for now. That's a very good ending spot. Holy shit. That's fucking interesting. I would like to know more of what happens here, because long arc next. Got it. Probably good to, you know, tackle all that in one go. I imagine the next arc is probably going to be them heading to nearby Elcorp district or somewhere around there. But real quick, let's tease for next time. Not waking from their dreams, huh? What kind of dreams could they be having to make faces like this? Ezra said, tilting her head to the side. They seem to have escaped into their dreams. We should have a look at their recent work records. Yuria spoke with a smile. Yeah, I thought so too, I said in agreement. Eee! Ezra groaned. Oh dear, I was trying to appease Ezra for a while now. Interdepth.
Interdesting. Well, that's gonna be it for us for now. Damn, Distortion Detective is pretty good. It is at the very least interesting. It's a little awkward because we've already learned some important things from this through Limbus, namely that, hey, distortions can be reverted. Like we saw that happen with what's his name, the chef in the fucking Hell's Chicken event. And so it was kind of obvious that it was going to happen at some point in here to introduce the concept more thoroughly. Yeah, Papa Bongi, Daddy Bongi. What else was there? I can't think of what else I was going to mention. Moses seems like an interesting character. I can kind of make some assumptions. It's also weird. It's distinctly weird to be going back to a period of time before Library again. Because ever since I finished Library, we've only ever been moving forward, whereas this is more of a side story to Library. This is taking place at the same time. And so it's a little odd to be in this sort of situation where it's like, oh god, I have to forget not only the things that have happened in Library and the things that have occurred in Library, but also the improvement in quality that they have managed over the course of Library. And I'd like to restate, none of this is bad. The game is not, or the writing is not like out and out bad. It's just a little disappointing to be rolling back to a point where it's like, oh, that's right, we're on more LobCorp style of writing where everything is very vague and not clear, but we can see it kind of getting there, you know, reaching that Library thing. It is improving over time, which is always good to see. You want your series to improve as time goes on. But yeah, LobCorp pre-translation patch. We don't talk about that. That's a dark time. I have learned the devastation of ArcCorp Heathcliff and Chef Ryoshu. Oh god. When the Sephiroth were Sapphira. Oh no. We don't talk about this play. We don't talk about this time. That was a bad time. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to be ending off for now. I have a bunch of work that I need to get to. I need to start sending my resume out to a bunch of people. But yeah, I look forward to doing this again sometime here soon. Started playing back before the translation patch. Oh, the dark times. Quick suppression into I can cook anything on a staggered bongi deals about 400 or 500 damage. Holy fuck. The vagueness works better later since this and LobCorp are the only two pieces tackling the people can't know everything in the city. Yeah, which is sort of unfortunate. It's good that the vagueness is happening now because we are aware of a lot more of the shit going on in the city since we're seeing things at like ground level in Limbu and we've played all of Library, so we've already seen a lot of the city's shit. Anyway, once again, tomorrow's going to be our off day. I'm going to get the schedule figured out for next week. We may be pretty spotty stream-wise next week because we're doing a lot of housing stuff. We're doing our best to get out there and see the places that we're going to be trying to move into. So just keep in mind, we're going to be busy for a while. I may also have a job starting up sooner rather than later, so, you know, that will also cut into a lot of the time that we have to stream. We're probably going to have to redo our normal stream hours, which is unfortunate because, you know, I have a lot of people that show up at these specific stream hours, but this is also peak working hours for basically everyone else that are around me, so, you know, might be the kind of thing that we have to work at. But we'll figure that out as we go. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to doing more of this for you in the future. I'll see you guys on Monday. Maybe Tuesday. This is Beyond the Discord. Rock! We're rocking! Gebra 2, let's fucking go, poggers! I'm gonna greater slash everyone in chat. Run, you're not